spark in the flame. Built my own throne, they just play the game. Whispers of legends, my name on the stone. Truth in my veins, I'm carved out of bone. Not like them, I'm a force unseen. Raw like the earth, sharp and keen. They talk the talk, but they break and rust. I rise from the ashes, I'm built to trust. About me, they held their own. Freedom's a crown that I've always known. Words cut deeper like knives in the mist. A rebel's fire too strong to resist. Not like them, I'm a force unseen. Raw like the earth, sharp and keen. They talk the talk, but they break and rust. I rise from the ashes, I'm built to trust. Chains never bound me, they held their own. Freedom's a crown that I've always known. Words cut deeper like knives in the mist. A rebel's fire too strong to resist. Echoes of silence, the world's on mute. I speak in storms, they follow in suits. King of my rhythm, no script in my hand. This is my anthem, I'll make my stand. Not like them, I'm a storm untamed. Chasing the fire while they stay framed. They fade like smoke, I'm the solid dust. Forever unbroken, I rise, I trust.
Hey everybody, how are you? It's good to see everybody today. Hope that your Saturday is as beautiful as you are. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see who's here. First, I'd like to say thank you very much to my moderators that they take their time out of their day to come over here and be kind to everybody in the chat. They're great people, and a lot of them have been with me for a couple of years, and I truly appreciate their dedication and their support of me. And I'd like to also take a moment to say thank you to people that have been around me for with me a long time, and folks that have now found me with the Whittaker case that I have been covering. I appreciate you. Without the support of viewers like you, I would have no reason to come on here and discuss anything on the internet. So please take a moment and give yourself a pat on the back, a hug, a high five, because I really, truly appreciate it. So Pam's here, Runaway Truth's doing some garden work, and that's okay, baby. Get your garden stuff done, honey, okay? It's going to start snowing maybe where you're at. Oh, boy, that went fast. Oh, slow down there, StreamYard. January Larry's here. I did gift 5 memberships to some people, and I hopefully that they appreciate it and they want to be a part of a member of here, okay? DMJ, good to see you. Just because said she coming in hot with, she said, okay, the lady needs to pay the StreamYard. I'm giving her $5. I can go ahead and cancel the goal. We do one every other day or so, just throughout the month. StreamYard costs, I don't know if you guys know, but it costs around $50. And that's what I put out of pocket. And if we get that covered, hell, we call that success for the month, okay? So I appreciate everybody. Sunnyside, thank you so much for coming over. I know that she's a busy person too, mods for other channels. A lot of my moderators mod for other people, and they take their time out of their day to come here. So I wanted to make sure that they knew that I appreciate them. Bobby, it's always a pleasure to see you. Sunnyside, bed bugs and chilies. Damn it, bed bugs and chilies. Where have you been? Has she been busy? Okay, let's see. Kato, good to see you. DMJ, good to see you. Faith, good to see you. And TT, everyone, I'm working, so I'm just listening. Yeah, a lot of us have to get our stuff done. So if you can't chat and you're just listening, it's okay. But do your girl a favor and hit the thumbs up, okay? Good morning, Betsy Wetsy. Poppy, it's good to see you. Nightbot, you're always a pleasure. You're always a pleasure. Christoph, good morning. Good afternoon, depending on what part of the country you're in. Kimmy, it's always a pleasure. Yes, always thank you to the mods. I appreciate the mods. Tanisha Miller, it's a pleasure to see you. It's a new name in the chat. So everyone welcome Tanisha Miller into the chat. I know that yesterday when we started to end, somebody said some, a really bad thing in the chat, and I highlighted it. Just to let you know that I work with, because during this Watson and I with the Whittakers, we had some very, very vile emails that came through my emails. And I work with a detective and an internet part of the sheriff's department. Not that I would ever press charges, okay? But I want to cover my own ass. If someone would ever happen to show up on my property and I have a fear of myself or protect my property, that there is a very lengthy it's a report. It's not that I'm going to take it to court or anything like that. It's that there is a trail. And I've been advised by the local sheriff department to make a quote, quote, report anytime because you just don't know who's behind the screen. And I agreed. So anytime that something that comes across, I do make an initial report. I don't ever get copies of it. I can if I would like, but it's not anything that's going to be in front of a judge. So whenever I say I've reported something, it's to the the department of the sheriff's department. Okay. In the state of Florida, they take things pretty serious when you make accusations. Not that I want to get anyone in trouble, but if I would, and it's to protect myself when I have to protect myself in real life. You guys understand? So that's why I didn't delete it. I kept it up because I need proof. And I just rewind the tape, show the sheriff, which that happened again last night. They came out here and I showed them blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's not a big deal. I'm not in fear of my life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if anyone would happen to cross the no trespassing, it's been reported on several occasions that people have said they're coming to my location and they're going to do vile things to me by simply sharing my freedom of speech on here. So I need a trail to protect my ass in case I gotta, protect my property. But I'm not afraid of anything or anyone. But I just wanted to, and I'm sorry that you guys had to witness that. It's kind of sucks, right? It kind of sucks. So I wanted to apologize to you guys that, I'm sorry that that happened and you guys witnessed it, but it does happen. I don't go around doing that to other people. And, it is what it is. Yes, they got to go to the beach listen, they better go to the beach and find the tent because if you've been around here before Whittaker's, you know that I live on the beach in a tent for the love of God. And Tragic is going to provide me with a new tent, she said. Okay. So, anyways, and I'd also like to take a moment here to say, the over on Facebook, people are, my mods, I think, dropped my Facebook thing. We're up to like 70 some Facebook subscribers. I think that's what you call them, or followers, whatever. And I want to say thank you so much. That's really awesome. We're almost there. And I think you have to wait 60 days. And hopefully Facebook doesn't change the rules on me again. But I want to take a moment to the content creators that are on Facebook that have private messaged me through that Lady K page. I appreciate you guys welcome me over to Facebook. That's very kind. And hopefully, one day we can, maybe do something together or share information, whatever. So I want to say I'm not going to name them because they didn't, I don't have the permission, but thank you. That's very kind. And that's, it is what it is. Bless Tragic Heart. She does. I know she gives out the best hints. Oh my goodness. I go over to that area sometimes, TT. I go over to the Fort Myers area a lot. I use the airport there because it's an easy airport to get in and out of, okay? What's the page on Facebook, please? It's there, bed bugs and chilies. She dropped it, so thank you so much. But anyways, we got all the housekeeping out of the way, right? We got all the housekeeping out of the way. In the description today of my video Kathy, we know her by Kathy, is her video. I watched her video from about 12, 13 hours ago, and she had me cracking up. I know that some people don't like all of her content, and that's okay. But people do put out funny stuff and good content. You don't always have to agree with everything somebody says, not to respect or enjoy the content, right? So I can go over and grab it off of the Dad Talks, but I would rather show Kathy's, because she was cracking me up. And I agree with her on some point. I mean, Kathy don't always see eye to eye, but I respect her as a content creator. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link of her video in the chat, and it was funny. I agree with some of the things she's saying. I don't always have to agree with everyone to respect their content, right? Okay, I think we've established that over here in this neck of the woods, and that's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump to it. Curious though, she cracked me up, Pam. Okay, I was like, girl. Sunnyside, hello. Sis, hello, welcome. Oh, who was young to? Welcome back. Oh, okay. Hey, Shay, how are you doing? She's hilarious. Yes, you go, lady, right? She is so great. She's funny to me. I don't always agree with everything she says, but that's okay. All right, that's okay. Some of her theories, I'm like, I don't agree with, but it's just a theory. She's not saying it as a fact. You know what I mean? Just like face. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Yeah, we're trying to get to 100, but we have like another 30 days because I want to go live on there. But you can't go live over there. See, I don't know anything about Facebook. Okay, so this is going to be a trial and error for us over there, and that's all right. Okay, we'll figure it out. So I think you have to wait another 30. I think I created it like the endish of October. So we gotta wait. It's like waiting in for open up Christmas presents, right? I'm excited because there are a lot of cool people over on Facebook, but there's also a lot of drama over on Facebook. So we got to lay down the hammer. We're kumbaya over there on Facebook, people. Hey, Facebook. Okay, we're going to bring together the people. It's our journey over on Facebook. All right, we're going to learn how to have healthy debates. I'm going to bring the people up on my channel. We're debating, okay? And it's okay to do that. It's great as long as it's healthy, okay? Okay. Kimmy is a new member. Thank you so much, Kimmy, for becoming a member. And I did put on, I'll take the live off of members. Yesterday, I had to edit out the song that I played in the end. And I also wanted to make sure, I wanted to edit it and then put it on. And I didn't know what the officer may have needed with the information. So I went ahead and just edit it, and I'll put it back on the public. No problem. Facebook can be crazy, Shay B. Whoa, Lord Jesus. I mean, wow. But we're going to bring back the happy over there, Shay B. That's our mission. It's our mission in life. We have a new mission, Shay B. We're kumbaya on Facebook, baby. We're going to bring the s'mores. We're bringing the campfire, everything, graham crackers and chocolate, honey. Okay? Yes, we are. That's our mission. Oh, but we always going to be over here. We are always going to be. YouTube's our home, right? We just visit Facebook. Okay. Good afternoon, Lady Kane, everyone. Good afternoon. Nazarene, it's always a pleasure. And I think there was something else. Oh, I did answer the emails, and I responded. So please, if you sent me an email, look for your response. I check them about every other day. Hey, Hillbilly. So if I don't get right to you, I do apologize, but I try my best. All right. So let's get to this. All right. I want to drop this link here so I can make sure that I give credit where credit is due. This is not my content. This is Kathy. Kathy's funny. I wish Kathy would come up and have a video with me, because to me she's funny. I don't know. I like her personality. Now, I don't agree with everything she got to say all the time, honey. All right, but I think she's funny. Okay, and this one here is great. All right, so I think she might have had him speed up. If we can't understand, we'll slow it down. We control. This is our chat. This is our show. We do this together. If it's not comfortable, we can't hear, we can't too fast, just slow it down. It's okay. This is a live show. subject to errors. We're human. Okay. No stress, no mess. All right. So let's go. This is on the Dad Talk today. All right. This is very, very interesting information. All right. And we'll go into why. We're going to talk back and forth to Kathy, but Kathy doesn't know we're talking back and forth to her because this is already a video, but it's fun. Okay, let's go.
He planned. He's telling his buddies that, first of all, he's going to beg for some more money. Then he's going to tell everybody in this video that he doesn't make anything off of YouTube or Dad Talk because he has hardly nobody watching. Now, this is much different than the tale he told us. He kept telling us that, hey, I didn't need to do this Whittaker stuff. I had my own podcast. I had a giant platform. I don't need this stuff. No, he did. And this video,
and yes, he did. He did. Remember, I don't know. We can pull, if we need to pull the beautiful bean footage, we will. He said, I don't need the Whittaker. I have a big platform. I make money on my dad. He makes money on my other social medias. But listen to what he says in here. So, and I also have a couple other videos that we are going to look at that is from other interviews a year or so ago. That is very telling. That explains what a son of a preacher man actually means. He is telling us who he is if we listen, in my opinion. Now, with this being said, can people change their ways? Absolutely they can. But there's also a saying that, a zebra doesn't lose its stripes. Okay? So, let's go.
That he needed the Whittakers. He needed it for money. He's going to tell you that I'm going to go do this gig and I'm going to get up some money so we can keep doing this Dad Talk. All right?
Yes, he bragged about it.
The date on this. It is July 31st. All right? He just well, it's already been a month, but he saw the Whittakers already. To the timeline, Batman. All right, so here we are, July 31st. We have a new pointer character, the flexible bendy straw. So we're going to show you that in the end of June 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, he was...
And her calendar, here's what we need to do. Her channel is not monetized, but we need to find out her address and get her. You guys know those desk calendars. You guys know they're real big. We need to get Kathy a new a freaking desk calendar, honey. Okay, because she has utilized what she had on her hand. I love that about her too. Okay, she has utilized this calendar to the maximum amount of space on there. Kathy, we want to send you a desk calendar, honey. Okay, we just need an address. Okay, I will volunteer to send Kathy a desk calendar because this is a mess. She's getting lost. No, she's not. I'm just kidding. But Kathy, we want to give you a desk calendar, clean all this up and start again. Okay, babe? Because we think you're funny.
With the Whittakers. Now, he made a lot of videos and they had a lot
of laminated.
Now, we were told
or a whiteboard. Right.
Eric left the Whittakers and flew right out to the John Mastrow, which is not true. Because now I have 3 different clips that say that Eric flew in the night before the verdict. Here's the verdict, the John Mastrow verdict.
I'm being corrected. She did turn on her monetization, so good for her. And she should. She's put a lot of time in. And even if you don't agree with her videos or some of her videos, that's fine. But she does put a lot of work into her videos. And look at that. Look at this. She went through, look at this. She has put a lot of work into her videos. And she deserves to have her monetization on. Good for her. I'm glad she decided to.
That we're watching right now, that video, okay? Now, mind you, he's already been to the Whittakers in the end of June. Who knows what he did all July because he didn't do anything. He had all in July. He had only one dad podcast, and that was about Hulk Hogan who died. Otherwise, he did nothing. He did no videos and dad talk in June. The last one he did was in May. So he did no dad talk videos in June. Only one in July that was about Hulk Hogan. And then in August, he did one, and that was basically talking about the Whittakers.
Right.
So, no, he had nothing going on.
He had nothing going on his dad talks, but he's a big channel, rolling in the dough. That's how he supports his family. Okay, because remember, he talks about being the man of the house. He talks about standing up and being masculine. Okay, well, in my world, the man provides for the family. Okay, but I don't. Okay, we'll just go. No, we're gonna keep going. No, 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 not today. We're gonna be good.
So here we are. This is the end, but somehow he's having some problems here with Patrick and BJ. And I'm sorry, not BJ. He's having problems with Patrick. Okay, because the video that I'm up to watch is on this day here. Eric is flown out on his own words, flew out in from Georgia, from his home, just got in time for the mass trial verdict here. So here he's making the video, and he's also ghosting Patrick, and he's talking to BJ behind Patrick's back.
Bam.
And this is also the day that Patrick sends the video or that picture of the copper they found at BJ's, and also the day that the investigation opened up with the police about the copper. Of course, a few days later, people start getting arrested for the copper, including BJ, who was 1 week from this video I'm showing you, she was arrested, and Eric is back, okay?
So but if she had one of them large desk calendars, it would be amazing. She could get more information on there, okay? I think that this calendar here might be for, if this ever goes to trial, they're going to have a calendar like this because of Kathy. Kathy, front and center, honey, for the court, okay? Because Kathy said, these are the dates. Here's what happened. I have the dates on the calendar.
Just mind you, this is the day we're talking about right here in this video. He is talking with BJ on the phone. He's not talking to Patrick.
Let me say something to Becca real quick.
So who knows what happened in
girl,
July.
hope that you're doing well. I haven't seen you for a little bit. Hopefully everything is going okay with you. It's good. It's always a pleasure, darling.
But here we are into August. Now he's going to return when BJ gets arrested. And he's going to make a bunch more videos. All right. But that's where we're at. Okay. So he has done nothing for a month that's anywhere to be seen. All right, now he says he's a full-time content creator, but where's your content?
Shavy, Lord
he didn't
Jesus.
do anything for the Whittakers the entire month of July. He didn't look for the house for them. He didn't look for the double wide. He didn't start on a Barnum. He didn't do anything. Zero for the Whittakers. Zero. And I don't see a single thing that he did for Dan Talk except the Hulk Hogan thing. One podcast. So what did he do all month? We don't know. But here he is on July 31st. He flew into John Mass State over there in Idaho for the verdict, and they had a successful verdict. And Eric is patting himself on the back, and he's giving himself the credit for the verdict. And which they probably might not even get the money because they later discuss how there's.
Yeah, so that's true. They because John Mass was awarded money, and that's a sad situation. I don't want to bring John Mass, this has nothing to do with his personal situation, in my opinion. Eric brought it over here, and he has now taken Whittaker content and put it on his Dad Talk today along with it. And this is how it's intertwining. Not that we're trying to disrespect Mr. John Mass. That's not in my intentions at all. Okay, what happened is tragic.
The family's just going to file bankruptcy and they ain't going to get nothing. So anyway, but of course, Eric here is taking the credit because why? Because he was there with the video in the courtroom.
Right.
I don't know if he did any of that in July, but anyway, he's basically done nothing. So he's going to beg people for money, and then he's going to tell you how his plans are to get more money out of the Whittakers. Let's get the oh, by the way, here, stop real quick. Just in case you don't know, this is Dwayne. We know Dwayne Hall.
Dwayne, he likes to do the rowboat in Patrick's boobies. I'm sorry. I still cannot get over that. Dwayne actually stuck his entire face on a video in between Patrick's boobies and did the motorboat. Anything after the motorboat, I didn't take serious because how do I? How can I take anything serious after the motorboat? I have to clip that, and I want to put that in it like an opening. I need a new intro. I'm going to put I showed that to my husband. He's like, what in the tarnation? He's like, why would that man do that? I'm like, I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out.
His Dad Talk show. And from, help pulling off the Whittaker stuff. And so now you know why Dwayne was all for just making this money, okay? Because he's there saying, telling you, I'm just going to go get a bunch of money. It's going to be easy.
You haven't seen it? Oh, God, no. Please don't make me go there. Oh, no. Okay, we might have to go through that. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to go make some easy money, and I'm going to be back, and we're going to do more of this stuff, dad talk stuff. All right.
Movie man.
This guy here,
oh, no, hillbilly.
he's the cameraman for Eric, and he travels with Eric, and he lives there by John Maston, Idaho. So he met this guy, and now he's hanging with this guy.
I got it.
All right. So, and the guy, I don't know who he is, but anyway, he's
yeah,
going along to get along. You know what I mean? Like they always do.
So yes to all of the above, if we can have the funds to do it.
Right.
Funds, here we go.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to find stuff. Yeah, I mean, for the community out there, I mean, in order for Eric and
We need money.
people to get out there and do this, it does require funds. There's just no getting around it. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean,
We need money.
unless you want to get into the numbers, it was
No, no numbers. No. Because you see, if we get into the numbers, which Eric doesn't like to do, then you're going to find out that he got way more money from donations than he needs right now. So no, he's never.
he doesn't want to get into the numbers. And if you get into the numbers on his dad talk stuff, you can debunk him saying that he makes enough money to support himself and his family off of his large social medias. He doesn't need the Whittakers. But this is you guys, I know you guys remember him saying that. He's taken his time away from his family to do the Whittakers a favor. Remember saying that? Remember that? Out here doing God's work. This here, ladies and gentlemen, he says something completely different. I don't make it up. I'm just sharing what the people say. Okay. We even went hard in on Patrick. Everyone's like, you're Team Patrick. How can I be? Did you watch the videos I did on Patrick? I haven't touched on Eric yet. So everyone needs to relax. I'm not on any team. I'm not Team Patrick. I'm not Team Eric. I'm on like, what the hell happened, team? What the hell happened, team? Okay. That's what I'm on. And this guy is a podcaster. He says he's a public figure. He's a journalist. He has one page that says Eric Carroll, the journalist. What? I ain't none of the above.
Going to want to get into the numbers or any bookkeeping at all, because he's constantly going to tell you it's out of my
It's always a pleasure.
I'm
baby.
out of this and I'm out of that. And now he's saying that it was some other thing he did for Dad Talk. He was out 10 grand or something. Out of just nonsense. So he always wants to make you feel like, he needs money. And Dwayne is all too happy to say, yeah, he needs money. We need money.
community out there. I mean, in order for Eric and David and other people to get out there and do this, it does require funds. There's just no getting around it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we won't, unless you want to get into the numbers, it was.
No. Nothing hurts my heart more. It's like next week.
His heart.
The next couple weeks, I'm going to have to work on stuff.
Here we go. Now, here he's going to talk about the next few weeks. He's going to go to the Whittakers and he's going to make some easy money. And I'm going to tell you, he mentions in here that the Whittaker crowd, they give good donations, okay? Not like this crowd here where he ain't getting enough to feed his family. You know, instead of going to getting a job like a real man does and provide for his family, he's going to be a social media creator, but not create any social media. You saw, I just showed you what he did. He did nothing for the month of July, nothing to make money. But he's going to sit here and whine because he held the camera and now he wants credit for the trial, winning the trial. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay. So he's going to tell you for the next couple of weeks. Now I showed you he's already. Oh wait, I'm going to show you something else. Now these videos got hundreds of thousands of views. Okay, so you get paid each month for the month before. So this is June. Okay, so July 21st, Eric got a pretty fat payday. Okay, he already got the first round of money from that, and we saw that was thousands of dollars. So he got thousands of dollars already. On here on the 21st from these Whittaker videos. In fact, that's the day that Patrick went and pled guilty to those crimes he did.
And somebody, I think it was Betsy, had mentioned something too. I can't remember what she had posted something, and I wanted to comment on it. But on my Facebook, someone said, "Now, do you understand why they brought it to their personal Facebook pages? Because it takes so long to be monetized on a new created page." And I didn't think of that. I was like, oh, yeah, that's why. Okay, that's why they took it to their personal Facebook pages and started sharing on Facebook, because it takes, like what you guys are seeing me go through. Okay, like I have to have so many subscribers, and then you, no matter how many subscribers you have, you still have to wait out the 60 days. So that, and but on your personal Facebook page, that's not the case because it's an already established profile. I said, good thinking. They're smart people. I never thought of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not an investigator. I'm not a, like, I'm just a lady that smokes cigarettes and drinks coffee. Okay. All right.
So here we are on the 31st. He just got paid for that Whittaker money, and he knows that this, now he knows that, wow, we're making some fat money off these Whittakers, okay? And they are so quick to donate money. So he's going to go back there and make some money. That's what he's telling you right here. Right here. He just got paid. He knows this is a good gig. Okay, Eric, go ahead. What were you saying?
Like next week, the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have to work on stuff outside of Dad Talk because I have to make a living and I can go do something with nowhere near the meaning of what we're doing today.
Not Dad
And
Talk.
I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Way more successful, easier to do, nowhere near the effort.
Right.
Easy money.
And people help and people contribute. And when it comes to this movement, dude, it's
Yeah.
very hard to get the support. And the support that we got, I appreciate it, but I really want to be here. But
Okay, so he just told you that this crowd here, Dad Talk, I don't get nothing like I just got over at the Whittakers there. I mean, it's easy. I'm just going to be honest. This is great and everything, but you guys ain't giving me enough money. I just was over at the Whittakers, man, and they were throwing money at me. And I just got my first YouTube check and cutting. Okay, so yeah, this is great and everything, but I'm going to have to go spend next few weeks at the Whittakers. And then I'll be back with a big bunch of money, okay? And I'm going to need money to go get the money, okay? So yeah, he's going to bring that up too.
you guys.
Isn't that crazy? But he wasn't making content on Dad Talk. No, he wasn't. He had stopped making content on Dad Talk. Lady Katie, you think that that's where them donations were from all over the world? The FBI could actually be involved. Maybe. Once it crossed, I don't know how whenever you make content and like when law enforcement actually gets involved, like what if it's I don't know. Okay. I know that unless there's an internet department, like what I deal with whenever I turn in things and just to have a tracking. Okay. That there's a special department that I have to speak to. So I don't really know. And you know what, letting this play, I was looking at, Dwayne's video that he had made. I think he edited that out, guys. I think he edited it out, but that's okay because I have it. I think he edited this video, y'all. Remember where he did the motorboat with Patrick? I think he edited it out because that was like a total bad move. I think he did. Let's see. We're gonna look at it, all right? Because now I'm curious. Did you edit it out? Why? Because you are the laughing stock of the fucking internet. He edited it out because here's the part. Oh Lord, but I got it, honey. I don't remember which video it was though. Shit fire. All right, let's keep playing. Kathy, I'm sorry. Please don't copyright strike me. But I am trying to freaking find something because I think he freaking edited it out. Okay, he knew people would throw money at his sorry ass. It's crazy. He says it out of his own mouth. Okay, Google says the FBI can definitely get involved with wire fraud internet cases. They can absolutely become federal because of jurisdiction. That's what I think too. I've heard that, but I just don't know that to be true because I don't have first-hand experience with it. You know what I'm saying? So I hate to say, yep, feds are involved because I don't know. I mean, that's huge if it is. Okay, and I'll tell you why. I come from a community that there's a RICO case going on because of things crossing state lines. All right, so it is possible. And it's not even talking about this large of amount of money. I'm just telling you now.
Be honest.
Successful, easier to do.
Way more successful, easier to do.
nowhere near the effort.
Nowhere near the effort.
No near we're we gotta go back. We gotta listen to this.
Dwayne
By the
knows.
way.
People help and people contribute. And when it comes to this,
People help and people contribute.
Oh
But the
wow.
Whittakers, man, and they were throwing money at me. And I just got my first YouTube check and cutting. Okay, so yeah, this is great and everything, but I'm gonna have to go spend next few weeks at the Whittakers, and then I'll be back with a big bunch of money. Okay, and I'm gonna need money to go get the money. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna bring that up too.
you guys
Be
way more
honest.
successful, easier to do.
Way more successful, easier to do.
Nowhere near the effort.
Nowhere near the
The
effort.
effort. This blows. I'm sorry. I mean, are you guys sitting here in
Dwayne
shock
knows.
like me right now? I'm like, damn, I didn't watch this, and how did I miss it? Wow, Rico is big time stuff. Absolutely, it is. I'm not involved in it personally. It's come from a community that someone was involved in a RICO lawsuit, which ended up being an anti-slap, a whole bunch of stuff. But that's not my business. So I'm not trying. Believe me, honey, I'm not trying to get involved in none of that. But I can see it's no RICO case, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think, but I mean, once you start going across state lines and with the money and transact, I don't know. A federal government may get involved, but hell, I don't know. I'm not saying that. Please let me clarify. I am not saying that this is a RICO case. I am not saying that the federal government is involved. I have no flipping idea. I have no idea. None. Zero. I don't know. Just our observation. Let me make this clear. Everything that we say over here is just speculation. We're grown folks observing an online video and we're making our opinions about it. Nothing you're going to find here is going to be factual information used in the court of law. I'll tell you that now. Okay. Do your own research and form your own opinions. Express your opinions like you're a freaking adult. Okay. Lord. Right. I think that, I don't know what I don't know. So I don't want to stay up here because everyone likes, well, you said no, I didn't. I said it could be. It could be.
People help and people contribute. And when it comes to this,
People help and people contribute. But when it comes to this dad talk, you guys ain't cutting it.
I got to remember.
I don't
what
want to
video
go
that
and get
is.
a real job, you guys. I got to go where the money is, okay?
Yeah.
Where
that's
the
what he said,
easy
Kathy.
money is.
It's easy.
it's very hard to get the support and the support that we've got. I appreciate it, but I really want to be here.
Mhm.
But if I go somewhere else, it's just I got to do what I got to do, because not only do we need the resources to pull off a film or go put cameras in the courtroom, I got to eat. My family's got to eat. And that is expensive. One trip like this alone, my travel.
Is he going to tell us how much it costs? Nope.
Nope. I tell you every month, my StreamYard is $50, and that's what we got to have. Okay. And anyone can look up how much StreamYard costs. It's not a secret, and I'm not lying. It used to be, and I loved it, $25. And then they raised it on us. I said, Lord Jesus, it's highway robbery.
Plans.
You
Guys,
can guess.
I had to rebook tickets 3 times. And each time, there's more money. I had to get a complete new ticket from where they stranded me in Denver. I didn't get a refund from that. And I am highly ticked off.
Oh, he's always getting ripped off.
He's
Isn't it?
always getting ripped off and ticked off. Every place he's been, he's ripped off and ticked off. Okay, his wife is the one feeding the family. I know too much, Mom, but he's over here talking about masculinity. Okay, masculinity was in his description that we read, who he is and what he stands for, and father's rights, and the women need to know their place, and they're only good for whatever. Let me tell you, this damn video I'm about to show you after this is going to blow you out of the effing water. Okay. Let me explain to you, everyone. The internet is forever. Damn it. But Kathy had me chuckling. I had to share her stuff. Let me make sure I drop the link of her video again. This is not my content. This is Curious. Her name is Kathy, and she makes me laugh.
Something. So when you rebook tickets, it costs more each time. I mean, I didn't get none of this. He's really ticked off. He didn't get a refund. So just like he did with the Whittakers, he's always getting ripped off.
Ripped off and
Always
ticked
he's
off.
a victim. Oh, we just need to send him some money because he's getting ripped off and he's trying to be a good man
And Frontier,
that doesn't want to work and have a job to
Yes,
support his
okay,
family.
yeah.
So he's just going to go where the wind blows.
Yes,
I don't
girl.
know.
guys, y'all want to do me a favor?
Yeah, go attack the airlines because Eric didn't get his way.
Frontier Airlines, that they suck, and Eric Carroll.
Yeah, he thinks that's really funny. Yeah, go ruin their business. Yeah, the people that actually, the
Right,
people that
he's
work
dog
hard for
whistling.
the,
Like, let me
Go
tell you
ruin their-
something, Mr. Eric Carroll, making false allegations, potentially, allegedly, you know, in my opinion, against a very large corporation and having, you know, people, you are talking about the Whittaker. So you probably had, let's see how many views this got. Let's see. Let's see. Does it say? Can we see? If we go over to the page, we could probably see. Nope, it doesn't say. But I'm sure it got a few thousand, you know, if not a 500,000. Okay. I don't know. But that's dog whistling. You don't do that unless it's never mind. Stop it. Stop your dog whistling. Ticked off and ripped off.
their business.
Bed bugs, we got us a new one. Ticked off and ripped off.
Yeah,
That sounds like Bullhorn Betty, don't it?
Go tell him. Eric Carroll sent you.
They were going to strand me in a state. I almost did not make it. They were going to strand me in Denver for 2 days.
Leslie,
And so,
You know?
luckily, there were people out in the community that
Here we go.
contributed last minute. And
That contributed at the last minute. I mean, this is his life. You guys,
Oh,
I'm
wow,
stranded.
that was
I need more money. And now, well, here comes some more, but we'll never see the figures. See,
and,
just different gig, different day. This one
Yeah, it
wasn't as
really-
much, but he told us he showed up at the Whittakers with $100 the first time. Remember the second time? Ooh, he was
he was Mr. Moneybags, right, Kathy? Kathy said it went from giving Lorraine Lay's potato chips to Best Buy. I said, oh, no, not the Best Buy.
Mr. Moneybag.
guys, still, I'll tell you, if you're on this feed, you appreciated what happened today. And you would like to
Oh,
support
wow.
us,
That's
Yep,
terrible.
give me
I
money.
would
Razor.
adopt it. But
Here we go. I don't do it very often, but I'm going to beg for money. He says that every time. Every time he begs for money, he says, I don't do this.
On his page or Miss Kathy's page, I didn't go and verify. This is the Dad Talks. I mean, his. Let me tell you something about that Dad Talks. He wasn't getting a lot of views. The documentaries that he's doing, I won't give you my opinion on that. I'm just going to shut up because this isn't an Eric bash. This is an Eric said. Eric said what Eric said was. This is all this is. It's not an Eric bash. Don't get your panties in a wad, anyone in the bushes listening. That's on an Eric Team Eric. This isn't an Eric bash. This is an Eric said was. That's it.
Very often, but
Cash App, Venmo,
We
Dad
need-
Talk Today, No Spaces, PayPal, Local Productions, with an S. at
Drifting.
yahoo.com.
Wow, look at all those things that he has to go give money. Oh, Lord Jesus.
That's just the thing. If I have
Just the thing.
resources, Dwayne, have you ever seen? This is gonna.
okay, now he's going to brag on how he knows all these famous people, and Dwayne isn't even going to get it. He wants Dwayne to say, "Yeah, you know a lot of famous people." Eric's a go-getter. He's a mover and a pusher, whatever they say. All right. He wants you to say, "Man,
Got
you
you,
know,
man.
I
Thank
can
you.
do all these. I got all these talents, but I just don't have the money, you guys." Have
Pam
you-
said it only got so only 600 people have the potential to call the damn airlines. Thank you, Jesus, for that. Okay, because he doesn't have a huge following. We read, and even Dwayne over there to the right said that allegedly he probably might have, if he found out, he'd be pissed off that he bought his subscribers and the views. Let me tell you, that doesn't count. You're not making that's crazy to do. And that's a good way to get your channel taken down if you buy subscribers. That's not good. Don't ever do that if you're trying to start a channel. Like, those are bots. Those aren't people.
I don't want to go around sounding braggadocious, and that's. Have you ever seen him not be braggadocious for the things he doesn't even get accomplished?
This is gonna sound braggadocious, but I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put it out there. Be honest. Have you ever seen a guy with a contact list like me?
No, I mean, you know,
Is he going to say, "No, man, you got all them celebrities in there, hobnobbing"?
Then let
with
me
the-"
ask you a question, Mr. Eric Carroll. If you have a contact list that equals celebrity, star list, okay, then why hasn't anyone supported you? They like to support good shit, right? They have money. They're like, hey, you know what? What I think you're doing out here is just freaking fantastic. I want to support you in your endeavors, the long haul, okay? Not here's a couple $100 to support what you're doing. Okay, no. You paid for having pictures taken with these people, bro. Like, that's weird. Weird behavior. Like, nah. But it was to try to boost, but it didn't work. Okay, it didn't work for you. It did not work for you. Okay, it just doesn't work. You don't have a relationship with these people, or they would be backing you. People back small businesses, friends back each other's small businesses. You know, it goes hand in hand like that, my guy. And apparently, allegedly, in my opinion, from my observation, none of those big wigs that you got in your phone, it's probably a Google number you got.
Elite? No, that's not what he says. He says, yeah.
Hey,
Whenever
Mama
I ask for a number, it takes you forever to find it.
Hey, Kim.
Oh, man. He thought Dwayne was going to say, yeah, man, you know a lot of celebrities.
Right, he didn't back him at all.
Listen to this. He's not being braggadocious. And anyway, go ahead.
Have you ever seen a guy with a contact list like me?
No, I mean, you know, I'll ask him something. He's like, hold on a second.
No.
And like 20 hours later.
Have you met a lot of people?
Dwayne, you were supposed to say, yeah, man, you know a lot of
Important
people.
Important.
He said, no, man, it just takes him forever to find something.
It just takes it forever to Google it.
That's not the answer he was going for. So he asked his buddy, hey, you saw me being famous and stuff, right, buddy?
Yeah, you see me being famous and everything, right, buddy? Right, friend?
Hold on a second.
Have you? No.
And like 20 hours later.
Have you met a lot
How about
of
you?
people?
You saw me. You saw me. Help me be braggadocious. You saw me. You saw me knowing people.
Well, we were in London.
They were in London.
Shaking my hand, wanting to take pictures.
People were shaking his hand, wanting to take pictures. Eric's he's a regular celebrity guy. Listen, we should be honored just to be sitting here watching Eric with his.
Yeah, they said we should be honored sitting here watching him.
Friends here, who aren't doing very good backing up his celebrity status. You know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Eric. What we said?
Shaking my hand, wanting to take pictures.
Remember, they were shaking his hand. Come on, buddy. I don't know what the buddy's name is. Come on, buddy. Play along.
Right.
Eric wants to be important.
Nazareth said he might get a
You
part.
guys aren't helping him.
Jordan Peterson, I mean, yeah.
Jordan Peterson. I don't even know who that is. But anyway.
I didn't know who Jordan Peterson was either. And I'm glad she looked it up.
That's what they came up with. Okay, I looked into who this famous person was because I never heard of him. He's a Canadian psychologist and author. So, you guys, Eric had this guy in his Rolodex. Dang. Pretty impressive. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that dude. Yeah, that Jordan dude. Yeah, remember in London, people were trying to shake my hand and stuff?
I don't know where Kathy lives or what time zone she's on, but my God, I need Kathy over here because she cracks me up. Okay, she was really good. I bet you Kathy has the ability to drag people. Okay, Kathy, I bet you have an untapped talent, my love. And we need you, okay, for Drag Fest. Drag Fest 2025 at the end of the year. She lives in Michigan. Girl, if you up and you watch, girl, let me drop you a link, okay? Because she cracks me up. All right. Not everything she says, I'm like, well, I mean, it's possibility, okay? But she makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
You don't remember? Pretend you remember.
Jordan Peterson, I mean, yeah.
George Peterson.
What I can do, but I don't have the resources to do it.
Right.
So,
See, you have no
does
idea
make
what I can do. I just don't have the money, you guys. I just don't have the resources. So just give me some money.
The money. Just give
You know
me some
what
money.
I do when I want to be resourceful and do something? I earn the money and then I go do it and make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't sit on YouTube and beg people and try to pretend I'm famous and I just need some money to help you.
I have no
Right.
idea what I can do, but I don't have the resources to do it.
Right.
And so when the lack of things being accomplished,
It's not his fault. I know you guys are gonna say, hey, Eric, you never accomplished a damn thing. Okay. But, you know, so when it looks like I'm not accomplishing anything, it's not my fault. It's my lack of resources, which is actually is your fault from a lack of effort and lack of work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying about not having it your fault that you're not getting anything done?
When the lack of things being accomplished
Mhm.
isn't the ability to do it, it's
Oh, it's the
At the
money.
end of the day.
At the end of the day.
I started telling myself every time I get involved in the movement, I have to have my whole life starts getting put on the back burner with bills and stuff like that. I can't do that.
Yeah, he's when he gets involved in things that, you know, aren't work and aren't earning money. Yeah, you know, bills tend to stack up and
Yeah. And that's, you have to you know, put a priority in your life there, Mr. Man. So if it's not working out, oh, Lord Jesus, you know, you can't do things that you want to do. A lot of people would like to go out here and feed all the homeless, hungry people, but we don't have the resources to do it. I'm not going to just stop my life and say, well, this is what I'm going to do, and everybody support me. You can't do that. You have to, oh my gosh. And this guy is older. I'm like, you would think that he would be a little bit of a seasoned adult. So that's what makes me feel like I'm on shaky ground. And I had high hopes. I still do. You can still do the right thing. Hey, digging deeper down the rabbit hole. Did you see we commented as a whole group over here? I just commented, but we commented yesterday because you made a nice post about us, and we love to support everybody. So welcome in everyone digging deeper down the rabbit hole from Facebook is here. I think she might be wanting to start, or he, I don't know if female or male, and it don't matter, honey. It don't matter. YouTube, I think. And if she does, then, you know, we're going to be spying over there, honey. Oh, my goodness. So welcome that content creator in to the chat and make her or him feel welcome.
you know, you tend to neglect your family and your, you know, husband duties and all that stuff. And, you know, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't work and you just get involved in these movements for, you know, free trips and stuff. It really doesn't pay the bills.
My whole life.
Look at the way his friend over here is looking at him. I've noticed that too. This is like a 3-hour interview, a 3-hour podcast, whatever it was. Now, mind you, it's the first podcast he's done in what I think 1 in 3 months. It's not like he's knocking himself out. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like I said, what was he doing for July? We don't know. But yes, not his lack of effort. It is just a lack of money from the lack of effort. Go ahead.
Starts getting put on the back burner with bills.
Female. Okay. So now we can start. You know, I was feeling odd. I was like, I don't know if she's male or female. I don't like just to assume. And so we now know we can say her instead of we don't know. All right. And please welcome in the chat. And I'm not really sure if she's on a team or if she's not on a team, but we're not on a team. We are just uncovering, we're just playing back what people have said throughout the journey of the Whittaker family. And contradiction is a bitch, in my opinion. And everyone thought that I was Team Patrick, but did you guys not watch the videos I did on Patrick? I ran his ass across the rolls. And now I haven't done a lot on Eric. So we need to go, and if there's shit to be said, we're going to say it. If there ain't no shit, then there's no shit to be said, right? But whenever you start to contradict yourself a little bit here and there, then we've got to put the facts on the table that come out of their mouth. And that's it. That's all.
Then get a job.
Anyway,
like other men do. Yeah,
Well,
get off of that. Get off of how broke I am and I never get anything accomplished. And you guys were supposed to say I'm famous and stuff, and neither one of you did. So let's move on.
And there's ways, I mean, obviously contributing through the normal Cash App, Venmo,
There you
PayPal.
go. Oh. What do we have here? We have a blue cup. Is that going to be followed up by one of those, you know, tumblers?
Now for me, this is where I don't always see eye to eye, because I have right now a teal cup that says my favorite child gave me this cup. And then I have a can of Coca-Cola Classic here. And sometimes I'll even go right here because my little desk here is in the kitchen. I might even have a cup of coffee. So for me, I drink out of several different cups when I'm live streaming. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't drink alcoholic beverages. Okay, I don't. I would be probably buck wild if I did. It would probably not be good for YouTube. Okay. So that's when I'm like, I don't know, So for me, I would probably be accused of that too, because I do drink out of just several different cups. I don't know why I do. I don't know really. Like, I never really stopped and really thought about it.
So without the straw, we're going to have to wait and see. Okay, but again, Dwayne here, his job is to get the money rolling into Dwayne's pocket so Dwayne can throw him a couple bucks. But so he's rolling out the Cash App and all that stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
Ways, I mean, obviously contributing through the
Obviously,
normal, Cash App,
Cash App,
PayPal,
Venmo,
there's
Blue
also
Cup,
Watch It.
Blue Cup.
YouTube actually changed it around again to where you
Oh, what did we have there?
But I do have to admit, I don't do it right after one another. I don't drink okay, here's what I don't do. Okay. I didn't notice it either until Kathy pointed it out. Okay. So what I don't do though, is I don't drink Coca-Cola Classic, sip, then Teal Cup, my favorite child cup, sip, and then coffee sip. I don't do that. I sometimes don't know what I want, hot or cold. So I'm like, which one's doing me the best right now? Okay. So no, I don't follow it directly. So I get where she could come up with that assumption. I do. I'm not saying, well, you're reading. So is it plausible? Yeah, it is. But I never noticed it either until Kathy's pointed it out.
And I heard somebody say, who cares how many cups he's drinking? Well, okay.
Kathy, girl, you talk about me, girl. Girl. No, I don't think she is.
You don't have to care, but to me, it's bizarre, and I've never seen anything like it.
Kathy, but I do it. Are you calling me bizarre? Kathy, I drink out of 3 cups. Well, 2, a glass, cup, and a can. Sometimes, not every day, though.
The explanation anybody has is that there's, there it goes. Ooh, that seems to be tumbler number 1 with the straw. It must be his travel companion there.
Have to watch and hit the like.
Okay, got you.
So right now,
Just to clear the record here, everybody.
Hear that?
Living Truth says, she says, I'm for the truth. I've seen so much contradiction, and I've seen a lot of contradiction when it came to absolutely to the Whittakers. Yes. They say I'm Team Eric, but it's called Team Truth. There you go. So she mentioned, it's, damn Hellraiser. She said, I didn't even know there was such a thing. Damn it, Hell. She coming in hot. I don't even know if he drank. I don't even know. Okay, but I never noticed it. But so you got to respect that. People are looking for the truth. When you bring something to a public platform, expect people to listen to the words that come out of your mouth, especially whenever you're asking for monetary donations, and especially if there are monetary donations being received, and a lot of it. Okay, you're talking big money here, folks. You're not talking someone raised $100 for a new microphone. You're talking big money here across a lot of social media platforms. Between him and Patrick. Eric isn't the only person, in my point of view, that owes the Whittaker money. Patrick does as well. Okay, and there's a big situation going on. One says, well, my attorneys handle it. One says Patrick isn't giving the money because of BJ. All right, I don't want anyone telling me how to spend my money. No one's going to come in and tell me how my husband is going to spend his money because I'm a podcaster or a lady that smokes cigarettes and drinks coffee and talks shit on the internet. I dare you. Because then you want to start paying some of these bills, honey. Okay. That's my point of view on it. Give them the money if it's owed. Whatever they do with it, that's their business. All right. Your job doesn't dictate how you're going to spend your money. All right. And that's what it was. It was a job. They came there. Eric Carroll's making it sound like it was a job for him. Right. So that's my thought on it.
So right now, our YouTube makes no money on monetization right now because right now he doesn't have any content. I just showed you he hasn't made any dad talk in months.
Mom said she drinking beer.
But he shows up at the Whittakers and tells all us, hey, I got this giant platform. I make plenty of money. I don't need this. I don't need to be coming to the Whittakers. I got my own money and my own platform. I'm very successful. No. Here's the truth. On July 31st, before he told all this, I don't need this Whittaker money. But you just heard him. He's saying, I need to go make that Whittaker money because this gig ain't paying. Okay, go ahead. Tell us how successful your dad talk channel is and how much
And
you
that's why I
don't
had
need
a
this
problem with this.
easy money.
That's why I'm sharing this, because he did tell us that he had a successful social media platforms and did not need the Whittaker money. Actually, it cost him money. But this is not what he just said. He said that it's easy, it's not hard work, and he makes money doing it on this adventure to the Whittakers. Now, how can both be the same? How can it when you're talking like this? That's why I thought it was important to share this today.
You're about to go make.
So right now, our YouTube makes no money on monetization because right now the ads are disabled and everything. So like all that views and all that, we're not making any money.
How do you make money off YouTube?
Nothing. It's not monetized right now at all. So if we make money, it's because you guys are donating. That's the only.
Now, the reason that YouTube isn't monetizing him is because you have to have a certain amount of content.
Absolutely.
Right? Or if you don't make $100 a month or more and you just don't, and you just quit making content, that's content.
So the way this works and what Kathy's saying here is you have got to put out content. You have to reach at least $100 through either ad revenue, that's why you see ads on mine, because that's pretty much how I make any type of money on my content. Okay. I do not push memberships. I do not push super chats. I do a goal every other day of $5. Okay. That's for the StreamYard. Anything that's extra is my money, and I might go buy a steak dinner with it. Me and my husband, hell to the fuck yeah. I might even buy a full tank of gas. It's not a lot that I make, and that's okay. But he does not, if you don't put out content for 30 days and you do not keep an active face or a YouTube account, then they demonetize you. They disable your monetaries. Okay. Not that he's done God's work and put the disable monetization off. It's because you have to have so many watch hours. So many people have to watch your content to reach you have to maintain watch hours. Now, and I'm going to say this, buying bots, Mr. Eric Carroll, is not going to buy you watch hours. It makes your numbers look good, so you think that you increase your watch hours, but baby, that's not the way it works. It has to be real people watching your content. All right. I can go behind and show you exactly what I'm talking about. Currently, in the last 30 days, I have 47,500 watch hours. That means 47,000 watch hours. That's a lot of watch hours. But you have to remember that I also had Patrick on this channel, and it had 43,000 views. I made $52 off of that video. Okay, that's all I made off of it. There was no Cash App, Super Chats. I don't do a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. I don't do all that. Okay, what you see is what you get, period. Okay, so if you do not maintain that criteria, YouTube disables your monetization, period. That's the way it works. That's it. I mean, I can't, that's the YouTube rules. So that's telling you that he doesn't have a successful, because his watch hours should have ran him through. And it's just not. That's sad, because what he told us in the beginning, that he has a successful podcast and that he makes money and he's taking his time to do the Whittakers a favor, was a complete lie from my observation of what he's saying right here.
That's why he's not making any money. He hasn't done any work. If you work, then you make the money. And like every other thing, Eric hasn't put in the work into it. So he's complaining that, hey, I haven't done anything on that channel, so it's not making any money. The only money I'm making is from your guys' donations. Your guys, your money to pay me to do nothing. And this is opposite of what he told us.
At all. So if we make money, it's because you guys are donating. That's the only monetization coming in right now.
Wow. Okay.
That's God's honest truth. I show it to you.
Yeah.
That's not what you told us. Everybody remember that?
Yes, Kathy.
Well,
I
I got a
remember.
giant platform, 30,000, 100,000. I just don't need this. I don't need to be here.
Yeah, I remember.
You just heard the truth here. The truth is, he hasn't made money for months.
Wow.
He just got his first check from the Whittakers, and that's why he's going back. He needs more of that Whittaker money.
Okay.
That's God's honest truth. I show it to you.
Yeah.
It had something. There was one of my podcasts where I did like a reaction video to it might have been Joe Rogan podcast or something like that, and it got hit for reused content.
Yeah.
because I was doing a reaction and then the monetization gets turned off, similar to like Facebook with community guidelines.
And this
That's
is
not
this is
true.
bullcrap, okay?
That's not
Because
true.
he could have fought.
He could have fought it, and you can also edit it. That's not true. Don't lie to people because the podcasters are reviewing. That's not true. Stop it. Stop it right now.
That community guideline strike, and it would be over. And how many months ago was that? Because I just showed you he didn't post anything. The only thing he posted in like 6 months was a couple of reruns from 5 years ago, and then he did the Hulk Hogan thing.
You for any type of
I had the same thing happen.
Hey, Bobby.
Mhm.
So I had to make an appeal video. You actually had to appeal the
Yeah,
YouTube.
you just appeal it.
Yeah, you just appeal it. You have to do that. That's what you do if you're a content creator. I have to edit my stuff all the time. And actually, YouTube makes it very easy to edit your stuff or fight it. It's not, if I can figure it out, anyone can. Okay.
I don't have time to do that.
He don't have time to
You
do
don't
any
have
of this
time to
work,
do
there,
it.
buddy. The guy says it's pretty easy. You just filled it. No, I ain't got time. That's work. Okay. He only has time for donations. Look at the way he's looking at his friend. Like, hey, I'm trying to make excuses.
Yeah,
why
look
not
at him.
make-
Look, he like totally side-eyed evil. His friend. He's like, shut up. I'm trying to grift here. Quit telling. But you, sir, people that are experienced in this is going to review your damn live stream, and we're going to call bullshit. Okay, so I'm calling bullshit.
making any money. He's like, well, you just have to make an appeal. No, I don't have time for that. What have you done what have you done all
Right,
summer,
Randy?
Eric?
You actually had to appeal the YouTube.
This would have taken 20
Right,
minutes to
you got
appeal
to-
that video.
So,
Well, and I don't have time to do that right now.
No.
well, hold up. So his good friend Rogan, on his, let me scroll down. Let me scroll. Oh, there is his number. Hey, Joe Rogan, freaking YouTube copyright strike me. Could you go into your YouTube studio and tell them that you don't want a copyright strike, that everything's good over here, which he could have done. Okay, and like Kathy can copyright strike me. I can contact Kathy. It actually encourages you to contact each other and say, hey, would you release the copyright strike? She has an option to say yes or no. There's also a copyright strike lawyer out here that most of us have contact with, that they will do it for you for very, very small amount of money to fight a copyright strike with YouTube. Okay. Period. So you're not that experienced, sir. So what you've told us is a damn lie. Joe Rogan copyright struck you. He's a good friend. He's in your Rolodex. Give him a call. That easy.
I'm not getting enough views to make it anyway. So
See, and he's not getting enough views to make a check. You have to get $100 a month in order for them to send you out. And in order to do that, you have to work. And he hasn't even done enough work to make $100.
And I'm not making parts. I'm not getting enough views to make it anyway. So we're not making money on it. What we make is what you guys.
So there comes the truth. I'm not making enough views on it anyways. There's the truth, my friends. He's not making enough money in view and watch hours to make his $100 goal. You do that so much, you're like, listen, you're a waste of our time. You're a waste of our YouTube's time. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude to the guy, but you have to put out content. If you do not put out content, you're not going to get paid. It's kind of like if you don't show up for work and expect a paycheck on Friday, they're going to look at you like, where have you been all week? Well, I don't know, but I'm here for my paycheck. Don't work like that.
And that just shows you that his buddy said, you could have just appealed it. And he goes, well, that's not the only reason I'm not making money. I'm just not making content and I'm not bringing in any money. So yeah, I'm not I'm not doing any work. So I'm not getting paid. That's the bottom line. He hasn't done any work.
There you go.
So he's not getting any paid. He just wants the
money.
free donation money. He wants money he doesn't have to do any work for.
Yeah. I mean, I get up here every day for at least a couple hours or at least every other day. Okay. And I'm blessed if I make over the $100 mark. Okay. I'm like, look at us go. We're in the money now, baby. Okay. Because YouTube also takes 40% of your money off of every super chat, everything. It just does. And that's the agreement that you sign with YouTube. It is what it is.
We're not making money on it. What we make is what you guys.
But you know what? He's monetized now. Uh-huh. Yeah, go.
Yeah, because he has put up content and he's reached his hours and what is required to be a monetized channel.
Well, I wouldn't bother, but if you do go to Dad Talk and you turn on his video, it's going to be monetized.
showing our wisdom,
because
Randy.
now he's getting some views. And why? Because of the Whittakers.
Right.
He still hasn't done any work, but he's putting up Whittaker content here and there. And that's enough to, people are just curious right now. Eventually, even this will go away.
Or even like your Airbnb was donated.
Or mine. Or even like your Airbnb was donated. Yeah. He's getting free Airbnbs. I mean, this is his suckers game he's been playing for a long time on everybody. Yeah, your Airbnb was even donated. Free money, free expenses, free everything. And Eric hasn't had to lift a finger. That's the way he prefers it.
Wasn't it like 45 days he stayed in an Airbnb? Remember, she had counted up on her calendar. This is quite a few days.
He was in this. I made him a little thing. He doesn't know it, but I put your little note right here and signed it. And this
I know, right?
Was read, so I might just put like a "we did it" on there. Who knows? Maybe it'll be something
Absolutely.
special for you one day. But yeah, man, this Airbnb means so much more to me after finding out the story. This father.
Yeah. So the father rents out the Airbnb when he's not there. That's a special story. But as you see, he got free lodging, travel, meals, everything without even posting a video.
Be able to pay for it. And here's a week that he lost an income for us to be here. And just awesome.
So there's another person who lost out a week of Airbnb money for Eric's nonsense because he fell for Eric's story. Now the cash apps are going to come rolling in because he just told everybody he has no money.
Right away, man. So I just saw a cash app come through.
Oh, yeah.
Toto Massey.
Toto.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And
That
as
just
far as
reminded me of John, the traveling time.
oh God, dude.
Yeah. And then he goes into how John Mass, the man that was, gunned down, I guess, or whatever, the trial that they went to. He goes into what a hard working man John was and how, when he was in the casket, he could see his hands were all stained and calloused and such a hard working man, because Eric has these pink puffy little fingers that have never done a day's work in his life, probably, you know what I'm saying? But he was admiring what a hard worker John was. And all for his kids. But what does Eric do? Yeah, he can't even post a video. And he is wiping the sweat off with a bundled up towel from the bathroom.
He was in this.
I mean, why? Damn it, Kathy. When I didn't watch this entire thing, I was like, Kathy has me cracking up. We're sharing this today. Kathy said, and he's wiping his sweat. Well, maybe you got a sweat problem, Kathy. Okay, maybe because I'm drinking coffee. Just a poor preacher son. I'm telling you. Oh, Lord, I don't care for Eric at all. Let me tell you, there's still time for him to do the right thing. And Patrick, too, right? Come out with your attorney and make a statement that you still have the Whittaker money. It's there. Have an accountant and attorney come out and say, here is what was profited. Turn off the effing monetization on the platforms that you created. That's a good start, in my opinion. Okay, that's a good start. Your credibility every day that you do not do that, in my opinion, goes downhill. And I want to give a word of advice to Mr. Patrick. He had made a post that he is no longer doing Whittaker content. He's going to do some cooking. He's going to do some guitar playing, and that's great. People and storytelling, that's fantastic. Good for you, Patrick. But here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Take down your picture of the Whittakers on your Facebook profile page. If you're not longer wanting to use Whittaker content or for your monetary gain, then remove that picture and put one up of you and your guitar or you cooking at the stove or something like that. Remove that off of your profile. That's just my opinion. No, you don't have to do anything I say, obviously. But from my point of view, if you want to start making things right, make things right. Don't pussyfoot around about it.
It's funny that Eric is the only one who profusely sweats in the room with others that are not sweating at all.
Good.
And now he name drops Tucker Carlson because he went to Eric's channel one time or whatever. And Eric admits he's only getting 50 to 100 views.
4 million viewers to come in here getting 50 and 100, but he comes back to Dad Talk because he knows we were the ones that was there from the beginning. We're the ones at the Capitol when the real meat and potatoes happened, and he would tell you the same thing. We need our own media. I even heard him on one of those big shows say, like they asked, like who's been there for you? He's like, well, Dad Talk today is about the only one that I would suggest right now. I literally heard him say that on a show one day, and I was like,
does he have a clip of that? You got any clips of that? Because I would have clipped that. If Tucker Carlson says, the only channel I go is
Tucker Carlson, if he said that, baby, I'd have that as my intro. Talk about advertising. Talk about someone. We need a clip of that. Someone give me a clip of that. Someone tell me where I can find a clip of Carl Tuckerson telling this.
Deep dive curious soul. You know what I mean? I would have that right now.
Baby, me
have
too,
it, you
girl.
know?
We'd all be sharing
But
that
we're
shit
just gonna
on
take
it.
his word that Tucker Carlson really
Yeah.
likes his show.
I mean, seriously, we about to let me tell you. See, Uncle Vinny Politan, we're gonna have to get a hold of you so you can get a hold of Tucker, and we need to ask a question. See, Uncle Vinny loves us over here. Uncle Vinny Politan. See, we have a Rolodex too over here. Uncle Vinny, we need it. We got a problem. We need to do a deep dive and see if we can get a clip of that. Can we have you clip Tucker saying that this guy here is the best thing since freaking sliced fucking bread? Come on, Uncle Vin. Do us a favor over here.
He remembers who did it for him, and it's not because I'm getting him a ton of views. He knows who he can count on. And we know there's a bigger plan afoot here. It's bigger than any of us. It's not about any
Here we
one
go.
person or anything. It's about getting this thing across the finish line.
That Whittaker money.
I could quit this right now and go do media on other stuff, and I have a lot of opportunities to do it. Literally.
Dwayne knows. He knows, right?
Look at Dwayne's face.
Dwayne.
That's almost as good as the blah, 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 and Patrick. I can't believe he edited it. I can't wait to get to that. We're going to look at that. Oh, Lord Jesus.
You know this Whittaker money's rolling in because you already got some of it, didn't you? Yeah, he got money, a crap load of money to build a Whittaker website and all this other stuff, and he's about to be his host over there. So, yeah, Dwayne knows there's money. A lot of opportunities coming. Yep, and Dwayne's going to be right there with his hand out.
Now and go do media on other stuff, and I have a lot of opportunities to do it.
Whittaker's.
You have donated
Whittaker's.
anything. Let me put this
Whittaker's.
on you. Apparently, let me see, Hillbilly, if you or your family have donated anything to the Whittakers, I would highly suggest you to at least give a statement or something to the West Virginia State Police. They have asked us to do that. I mean, you're a grown adult, you can do what you want, but you know, and it's sad, especially if it was your daughter's money that she saved. Okay, that's sad. They need a kick in the Watusi. See, that's sad. I don't like that. How much was it? Do you mind me asking you? If you don't want to say, it's fine. And how did you send it? PayPal, Cash App. Do you have a receipt for it? Maybe you can send me a receipt for it in my email. I don't share things. If people say, hey, here's this, you can ask people in the chat. If you say, do not share this, I will keep my word, because who am I if I would share it anyways? Even if I get pissed off at you and you call me a dirty old heifer, I'm still not going to share it because I'm not that type of a person. Like if you tell me it's a secret or you would not want it shared, I'm not going to do it. That's an asshole move to me. I wouldn't do it. And show me the receipt. Maybe if, maybe something can be done, because that pisses me off.
I can't walk away from this.
I can't walk away. He's caught in a trap.
We're caught in the trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, Terry. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Sing it to me.
I can't walk away from this, Dwayne. Took about a $10,000 loss in England. I've never talked about this live, but he'll tell you about it.
$150.
It was
Again, never shows us or talks about it or proves that he's lost anything. How much can you actually lose when you're living off of other people's charity? There is no such thing as losing your money, Eric, when you haven't made any yourself. They're all gifts and donations. But again, if he tells you about all the hits he's taken, it makes people want to send more money. And as always, he's got nothing to prove anything. Supposedly he met Jordan Peterson and Dr. Oz and all these people over in the UK, but the video got screwed up and he can't prove it.
These moments in my career, I got some of the biggest.
The biggest moments in his career are not even caught on tape when he's got a professional. Now this guy here is supposed to be a professional cameraman, and he went over to England with him, but somehow they don't have any video of this. All these celebrities he's meeting.
Footage. I interviewed Jordan Peterson at Dr. Oz, Dennis Prager. Later on that night, we find out all of our footage got messed up. And
How though? Like how? Like what? Did you not I can just use my phone right here and just like record it to say, hubby, push record. You got to record this. Okay. Don't stop the recording until you show it to me. Because sometimes my hubby doesn't know how to work stuff. And he's got fat fingers because, he's a working man. And I'll be like, no, hubby, you hit this button right here. Don't hit any other button ever. And he's like, okay, relax. I'm like, no, it's that serious. It's that serious. You know, and he minds, you know, after all these years, he better mind, honey. And he's in here's why I'm talking like that. He's in the other room. I was wanting a response from the hubby. No, my husband actually went up to the courthouse with me when I went to Madeline Soto case and went to the court, you know, and he helped me. He was such a good help. He helped set up the camera, everything. I was like, hubby is like, you're hired, hubby. Oh, and he was hanging out with the court TV guys. So he made friends. See, I have a Rolodex too. Okay. He was hanging out with the court team, made friends. He's like, yeah, I like this. Oh, he's a trip.
You got it. We'll prove it to you. We caught it on a cell phone, but that trip alone.
He was such a good
Two
sport.
advocates over there. The
Two
plane flights,
advocates.
the Airbnb, the meals, having to buy the equipment. That one trip, dude.
How much?
And we lost it. And for a little guy like us, a podcast, it was big for us to be going international.
Isn't that
That
interesting?
completely shut you down.
So he went over to the UK. Is that where he said? Wherever. England, I don't know where he said. He just went to an international trip
London.
with all his buddies again, stared at Airbnbs, had all these trips, had all these meals, had everything. Airbnbs,
That's wild.
two advocates, which is probably douche and this guy. But all that money, guess what, you guys? Every interview he had with famous people is gone. Yeah, even his
What?
professional cameraman who couldn't save that video. So as you can see, this is a pattern of taking in large amounts of donations, spending it all with his two advocates, always some bunch of friends, always an Airbnb.
So the plane flights. the
Two
Airbnb,
advocates,
the
so there's
meals,
three of them.
and
There's plane flights, there's Airbnbs, there's
buying
meals,
equipment.
buying
That
equipment,
one trip, dude.
one trip,
And
tens
we
of
lost
thousands
it.
of dollars,
for some-
and he lost it.
Oh,
How in the hell do you lose a bunch of interviews with famous people on your phone? And his buddies there just sitting there going along with this. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to wrap this up. But
Look
this
at
is a
his
pattern.
face. Look at
Begging
his
for money,
face.
telling everybody he's taking hits, not working, not producing videos, just like he did with the Whittakers. He had 75 days, 76 days with the Whittakers. He only made 20 videos, 10 live streams and 20 videos in 2.5 months.
Wow.
That could have been done in a week.
Yeah, it could have.
Got nothing done, nothing to show for, just like this, just like always. Won't put in no work. And the only thing he was going to do is go make this easy money at Whittaker's. Now, he could have sent, because he's already spent the whole weekend there, remember? He was there. Now, he's talking in this on July 1st. I'm sorry, August 1st, the end of July.
Look at the views on this. 644,000. That's a lot of videos for a 30-minute clip. Wow. Wow. They made some money here. I'm just going to sit here and tell you they made some money. And where's it at? Who has it?
He had already been here. He had promised the Whittakers a house, multiple different housing units, but he promised them a house. He promised to bring Ray to the knee doctor. He promised Lorraine that everybody was going to be taken care of and she's going to get a house and promised. Made all them promises. Now, did he go back and tell everybody that he's going to go take care of the Whittakers because he promised them a house and promised them the moon? Did he tell his buddies here that he's going to go back to the Whittakers, and because he promised them a house and he's got to get Ray to the knee doctor and he's got all these plans, he's going to split money with them. He's going to, open a trust. No, he didn't say that. He says he's going to go do this other gig, make a bunch of easy money, and then come back with more money. Okay.
That's, Hillbilly said that she had turned it over, so they stole from a child. A lot of people, that touches me in my heart because, okay, Becca, I appreciate you, babe. I'll holler. I'll get my soup can. Makes my heart hurt whenever a child maybe be seeing this and they're like, well, we want to donate to the Whittakers. That makes my heart hurt. Eric and Patrick need to handle this at the Redneck Brawl. Wouldn't that? Now that would be a good video. West Virginia State Police was very nice to the sheriff here, and they were nice to me too. Yeah, I conversed with someone that also contacted me behind the scenes, and I will not give out information, but they said that they were very, very nice to them. very appreciative of the phone call, and it was, it was nice. So I don't think that, here's the deal. I go back and forth all the time with Patrick and with Eric. I still think Eric did see a way to make money. I don't know what happened. Like, what actually, I don't think it was BJ. I think there's more to the story than that. Something had to have happened in his personal life, somewhere along the line, to make him flip on a dime like that. Because if he wanted to make money, which anyone that's going to do content, they're going to get paid. That's the way it is. That's life. Why would you stop wanting to make content when you know the analytics behind these social medias that you're making hella money? What actually, the truth? I want the effing truth, man. What happened? What's the real? I think, in my opinion, it has more to do than just BJ. All right. I don't, for some reason, I just think that. I don't know what it is, though.
He never said anything to these people that all he's saying is just some gig, an easy gig that makes a lot of money. I'm going to go get that money and I'm going to bring it back. No, he didn't say these are human beings, that this is a family, that right now at this very moment is sitting back in odd West Virginia wondering when this stranger from Georgia is going to fulfill all them promises he made, because he hasn't never fulfilled one. And Dwayne is there to, help this fundraising, not for a family back in odd West Virginia, but for this guy right here who doesn't want to hold a job or even do any content on his own channel to make money. He just wants money given to him for free without any effort. Go ahead, Tom.
Community out
One
there,
more time.
for Eric and David and other people to get out there and do this, it does require funds. There's just no getting around it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we won't, unless you want to get into the numbers, it was.
No, but I can just tell you, nothing hurts my heart more. Just like next week, the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have to work.
I'm going to have to what? Go keep those promises for the new house and the healthcare and all them other things that you said? Nope. The next couple of weeks, you're going to do what, Eric? Help the Whittakers? Anything? No, what's going to do in the next couple of weeks?
Work on stuff outside of Dad Talk, because I have to make a living, and I can go.
He's going to make a living.
With nowhere near the meaning of what we're doing today. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys, way more successful, easier to do, nowhere near the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow.
Successful, easier to do, nowhere near the effort. Right. And people help and people contribute. And when it comes to this movement, dude, it's very hard to get the support. And the support that we got, I appreciate it, but I really want to be here. Right.
So, yeah.
That's amazing, right? That he said that. Oh, shoot, damn computer. That right there blows my mind. At least one time Eric said there were nefarious things going on that he didn't know beforehand. I was wondering if may still be going on. I have no idea. I think it was something. I don't know what it is. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Okay. But to know how much money that you have and you're getting a third of it, why would you walk away? I think it's more, and to me, it's more than just DJ. And I don't know what it is. And I honestly think that Patrick, in the beginning, seen the same type of opportunity as Eric, in my opinion. Helping people in poverty is hard, different living conditions, and a lot more help than people think. Yeah, I believe that. That is, whenever you're not used to situations, but whenever you start to bite off a piece of that apple, then you need to stop before you just do it and think about what's the potential. In my opinion, we're not talking about a kid that's 18, 19 years old here. He is used to talking to people that have been their domestic violence survivors. They are going through the court system and the dirtiest divorces. Okay, so the traumatic situations are nothing new for Mr. Carroll, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. Now, I'm not an expert in this. I'm just some lady giving an opinion. Hey, Ziggy, good to see you. Dang, I miss seeing you. We're live and now 4 commercials in a row. I know, honey. That's the only way, because I don't ever ask for, a financial support on the page. I have to run commercials. If people would, do a different, I just don't do a Cash App PayPal. I don't like doing that. So I have to run commercials, and I'm sorry, skip past them. And you'll keep going. Okay. I'm sorry that I have to have commercials in my videos. But I'm like Eric Carroll, I gotta eat too. No, my husband feeds me very good. You can say now, Lady K, it's fine. I want to keep our stuff private. If you know what I'm saying, DMJ, if you don't mind, I'd rather just, anything that we've ever talked about, I'd rather just keep, I just like to keep stuff to ourselves till afterwards. You know what I mean? Claimed he was used to mental health issues and addiction. He was full of shit. That's the thing. I'm glad you all making money off them. Damn right. I don't show the family. I review the people that show the family. So you can have different opinions off of that, my content, and that's okay. You have a right to your opinion, and I'm not going to sit here and wring you across the coals if you think that I'm making money off the Whittaker family. I'm actually making money off the people that are making money off the Whittaker family. Okay. That's all. And that is the truth. And I will take it straight to the bank, and I will probably do something with a lot of fun with my couple $100. Abso-freaking-lutely. And pay StreamYard. There's no shame in my game. I put a lot of work into my channel over the last couple of years, and I will monetize the entire hell out of whatever I share. And that's the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. Like it or not like it. Not my problem. All right. So that was our good friend. I want people to make money who make content. It's a jab. Yeah, I got right. I get you. A lot of people have different feelings about it, and that's okay. That's okay. People have different, and that's okay. Everyone has a right to their opinion, and I'm not here to change your mind at all. Never will. Not here to do it. So there is another video. Oh, what is this? Leave site? No, I don't want to leave this site. What the heck is going on around here? Okay, so I want to go over here and show you this too. I was looking for because someone didn't see it in the chat. They said that they didn't see where Dwayne did the motorboat to Patrick's boobs. Okay, I would. It still freaking gets me going because I can't handle it. All right, let me see if I happen to have it in a playlist. It's got to be underneath some of my Whittaker stuff, right? This is a private Whittaker playlist that I store stuff in. So let's see if it's over here, because I think he edited it, folks. I think he edited it. And then I have another video that we're going to watch because it is very eye-opening about Mr. Carroll. Okay. This is Pissed Off Parent. Let me see if it's in here. Maybe it's right off. Here it is. But let me tell you what, the one that I have is not edited. The one that he has out now, I believe, is edited. I could be wrong. But we're going to compare, because this is at the mile marker. Mile marker. What the hell? This is at the mile marker 6. No, at the damn timestamp. What was I thinking? Mile marker. Like, why would I think that? Mile marker. Let me make sure this is it. Let me make sure this is it. I'll just bring it up on the StreamYard so you guys can watch too. Yes, I've never seen it. You got to see this. This is some funny shit, man. Like, I can handle it. I think he might have edited it. Maybe. Oh, hope he didn't. Don't edit. Don't be a dirty editor. Don't do that around here. We like comedy. Okay, we love it. I agree. He had a different motive and realized he got caught taking advantage of the Whittakers. Just my opinion. Yeah. I hope you didn't get mad at me for telling that my daughter. No, I'm not mad. I'm glad you said something. No, I would like for you to email me. So maybe, behind the scenes, I have some people that may want to at least give your daughter like a card or something that we can write to her and say, we appreciate her being generous. You know what I'm saying? I'm known to paint pictures and stuff. I may send her a picture, a beautiful picture. And I know it's not, we're giving her money back, but showing someone that she's appreciated and not to get her heart, not to get a hard heart because of this situation. You know what I mean? That's all. That's it. So let's see if this is edited. Let's listen.
For a while that he only has his personal account and that's the only one he has.
You know, what's right and what's wrong.
Look at the size of those boobs.
That is right. Is that?
Oh, this one, but I think the other one is edited. We got to look at the 6 minute 52 mark. Watch what he does. You have to watch this. I'm sorry. It is freaking, we're going to slow it down and we're going to speed it up. Okay. This is Dwayne, you know, the pissed off parent guy. You guys all here? Are you ready? Everybody look at the damn screen. If you're gardening, if you're making dinner, whatever the hell you're doing, and you haven't seen this, here it is. Not the motorboat. We got to go back 10 seconds because it's funny shit. Lord help me, I can't.
Size of those boobs.
That is right.
He said, look at the size of those boobs.
Is that? I only own one platform.
Yes, he just did that.
Facebook.
Yes, he did just do that. Yes, he did. I did not do that. Let me take this. We got to get full screen effect. Hang on. We got to do this the right way. We got to do this. Okay, now we're going to go back.
And he's been saying for a while that he only has his personal account and that's the only one he has.
You know, what's right and what's wrong.
Look at the size of those boobs.
That is right. Is that? I only own one platform.
Yes, he did. Okay. Why would he do that? Why would another grown man do the motorboat on the man? Okay, I get. Now we can slow it down. Okay, we got to get the full effect, dude. I have to clown you because this is clown behavior right here. Okay, go back a few.
Platform, nor am I in control of any other platform.
Maybe we went too far.
That's not mine.
One he has.
You know, what's right and what's wrong.
Look at the size of those boobs.
That is right. Is that?
Oh, we got to slow it down slower than that.
I only own one platform. I own one.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I only own.
Poor Patrick. Poor Patrick. That's all I gotta say. What was Dwayne thinking? Yes, he did. I seen it. Dwayne used to speak very poorly of Eric. Yes, he did. He sure did. We should that yesterday. He said about the people. Now we got to speed it up. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. When you do clown shit, you get clown behavior over here. I'm just saying.
He came out a few days ago, today, September 23rd, 2025. And he's been saying
We'll turn off it because it's kind of annoying. I'm a terrible person. I am terrible. I am bad. I'm going straight to hell. Lord Jesus. I did too, Hillbilly. I was laughing so hard that I absolutely cried. I couldn't even get myself together. I had to put myself on hold over here because I was just, I couldn't do it. My life, I couldn't do it. I was like, I'm going right back at, we're going to hell. I'm going to hell. Pretty sure Patrick would knock dumb Wayne. I'm telling you, I said, why you got to go and get in between that man's titties? Leave that man's titties alone. So now we got to go do some fact checking. Okay. We got to do some fact checking because I think he might have edited it out. So this is we're going to start watching it at 6 minute and 43 mark, right? So we're going to go stop sharing. We're going to stop sharing. We're going to go over to, make sure what you guys are seeing. You can't even see nothing. Black screen. All right. So we're going to go over to the pissed off parent. Pissed off parent. All right. And we're going to go to this video. And we're going to see what the Whittakers and the internet have taught me. What the Whittakers and the internet have taught me. Okay. Pissed off parent. And we're going to go to the 6 minute mark. Okay. It's still there. Is it? Where did it go? Is this? Okay. It's still there. My apologies. I'm lying. He did not edit it. It's still there. For some reason, whenever I was listening earlier and I was trying to find it, I couldn't find it. So let me clarify that. He did not edit it. Okay. This is, make sure this is the right one. Pissed off parent. He has 1,720 subscribers. And here it is. I'm sure you guys are seeing it. View on StreamYard. Bring it up. All right. On YouTube. Just so you guys know, I misspoke. I could not find it. So here it is.
Am I in control of any other platform? That's not mine.
When he has,
You know, what's wrong?
Maybe
right,
it
and
isn't.
What's wrong?
look at the
What I
size of
can
those
tell you
moobs.
that is right is that
Oh, no, here it is.
I only own one platform.
So there you go. He still does the motorboat. He still is motorboating me. That's a trip. All right. That is an entire trip. I'm like, what the actual F? All right. So now there is another video that I have got to share to you. Okay. This is how, whew. Okay. Okay. Now, this is for adult only. If you have any children near you or listening, please do not let them listen from further on. This is unfiltered. This is called episode 33, From Punk Rock to Fatherhood, the unfiltered interview of Eric Carroll, creator of Dad Talk. And I'll show you who this creator is. Okay. That's it is damn funny. I'm sorry, it is. He's so fucking weird. Very weird. All right. This creator here did an episode featuring him. This creator is named Jimmy Smith. It was 1 year ago, about 1.6K views. This creator only has 63 subscribers. Okay. This isn't like he's on Joe Rogan. Okay. Being interviewed. No. He went to Jimmy Smith 1 year ago, masculinity, men's rights. In today's episode of The Big Show, Jimmy Smith sits down with Eric Carroll, the creator of Dad Talk Today, to talk about fatherhood, family, law reform, and battle men face in court, family court. Eric shares his journey in creating one of the largest platforms for dads. How he's fighting for the rights of fathers across the nation and why men need to step up and speak out for their families. Tune in for real talk about masculinity, fatherhood, and responsibility of being a protector and a provider in today's world. That is not what I'm saying. Oh, shit, son of a bitch. I'm not even sharing it. You dirty hooker. Okay, so anyways, this is what I just read to you. That's why I'm not a professional. I don't care if you have a damn YouTube chair and a microphone or not, bitch. You are not a professional YouTuber. You just read all that, didn't even show your friends. All right. So what I read to you was all right here in the description. Keep in mind, this is the description in this video. If you have children, please do not let them listen to what I'm about to play. This is for adults only. Okay? Adults only. And I want to specify that a lot. Adults only, please. This is not my content. Let me share the link. I am using this under the Fair Use Act of 1976. Yes, protector and provider. Let me get that to you. Protector and provider. All right. So that is the link to this video. All right. I don't know if you guys can see it worth the shit or not. But anyways, I share the link. Read the description for yourself. I am not trying to pull anything over on anyone. All right. Let me go back. I'm going to turn it up. Like I said, I will have to stop this for the people that are come from Facebook and all that. I don't know if they understand that during a live show and you use someone else's content to, show whatever you want, you have to stop and do commentary over the video of other people's, because that is now considered fair use. If I do not stop and do commentary or a review of a video, then I will get a copyright strike. Okay. So for your hearing and viewing pleasure, I am not going to get a copyright strike. So you can be happy. Not happening over here, Cupcake. All right. Thank you. Geez, that's my daughter bed night story. This should be called Deadbeat Dad. Damn. Oh my goodness. All right. So here we go. Make it turn it up on. If this is too fast for us, let us know. We'll let each other know. Okay. Turn the volume on. All right. Here we go. We're going to skip past this little opening here because. All right.
Welcome to The Big Show. My name is Jimmy Smith, the host of the podcast. The Big Show is where we talk about modern day issues like men's health, masculinity, the hard truth about dating, and overall advice to help make your life just a little bit easier. Now, today is a very special episode for me personally because I have the privilege of bringing on someone that many of you guys may already know. If you are a regular watcher of
I didn't know who Eric Carroll was a year ago. Sorry, not sorry.
Dad Talk Today channel, then you know him all too well. Please welcome our special guest today, Eric Carroll. How are you doing, Eric? Man, it took so long for me to finally get you on the channel, but you're finally here.
Yeah, I've been kind of in the background, still working it, still trying to get it going, just not on the camera as much.
You're a busy guy. You're always working, doing something. And also here to help me unravel Eric's life story is the man behind PissedOffParent.com, Mr. Sci-Fi himself, and a lover of all things nerd, my buddy Dwayne Ward.
I knew I smelled something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, who the hell is this guy? Who is he? I don't know. Like, anybody on now?
People.
Yeah, we could smell Dwayne as soon as he popped on the channel. Yeah. So Eric, after getting to know you, I was really surprised that Dad Talk Today wasn't a lifelong plan of yours. As a matter of fact, a series of letdowns and unfortunate circumstances had to happen first before the inspiration of.
Look how different he looks from just a year ago, folks. This was a year ago. Dwayne. Dwayne. He's still in the background. Yeah, Dwayne.
Dad Talk Today actually took shape. So what I was thinking is before we dive into how and when Dad Talk Today began, let's start with the beginning. Let's start with your upbringing. I mean, I'm really curious to know how the story all began. Did you grow up with your parents? How was your upbringing?
I grew up in a nuclear family. So mom and dad stayed together. Son of a preacher.
Boobies. When I hear Dwayne, I hear boobies. I'm sorry.
My dad was a preacher. I've grown up in Georgia my whole life, country boy. And
why does he always say that? I don't go out here and say, well, my dad was. Hi, my name is Lady K. I'm a daughter of a blah, 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 blah. How you doing? Okay. That to me, in my opinion, that to me means that you're not proud of anything that you've accomplished. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't understand why it's always son of a preacher, son of a preacher, son of a preacher, son of a preacher, son of a preacher. That gets kind of annoying.
Yeah, man. It was a good life, growing up. I kind of miss those younger days, to be honest. But not much to say, man. Growing up in the country, At a great school,
Oh,
everything.
well, that's good.
And,
But
yeah,
let me
most of
ask
my
you.
memories are at church.
So Jessica said, yeah, he's changed a lot. He's taking care of 3 kids that aren't his. He's finally stepped up. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of men that step up and do that. I mean, stepping up and being someone's father because you decided to marry their mother isn't something that is award winning. There's a lot of mothers that also step up and be stepmothers too. To me, you're not getting a badge of honor for that. Out here saving the world, doing God's work, and really putting in the money and the time and all that. Now, then you might be getting, something. But okay.
Here with my dad.
So I didn't know that you were growing up as a preacher's son. I mean, how has growing up in a preacher's household how do they influence your life and your values?
So it wasn't just my dad. It was both of my granddads. My mom and dad's
Like
were pastors.
generational.
Yeah, uncles, cousins. I came from a family of ministry. It was definitely different because my family was Pentecostal. And
Oh
so
my.
my dad's mom, guys, in her whole life had never cut her hair. There was a thing like a woman's hair is her glory.
Right.
She had never wore a pair of pants. She didn't wear makeup, anything. Very, very strict.
We're going to play this and we're going to talk about it. It does get real spicy. Okay. But I want to so no one can say, well, you only shared this or you clipped it or you edited it. I don't edit anything. I don't have the ability to edit shit and make it look smooth. Okay. I don't have that experience level over here. So don't even think about it. But anyway, so this is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't.
Background. And I'm going to tell you, growing up, I thought that was crazy. I'm not going to lie, even though it was my own family, I was like, that's a little crazy. But she said a woman is supposed to, wear stuff that pertains to a woman, and she's not supposed to wear anything that pertains to a man. Yes, growing up, I thought that was crazy until the last couple of years. I've looked back at it a little bit more and like, man, maybe they saw something I didn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that was one thing I definitely learned from my dad as a kid. I was very resentful, the ministry because he was always gone doing something for somebody. And as a kid, you don't really understand that. You just want to know where your dad is.
Yeah.
He was always doing something for somebody in the church. And it wasn't a big church, small country church. And that, I guess, probably added on to the resentment. I judged him by the size of the congregation.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because, I mean, dude, you're losing that time with your dad. All of us boys crave it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like I'd much rather, instead of being at church right now, and be here working on a car or learning something with you.
So your father was a preacher and your grandfather was a preacher. Did it go back earlier than that? Was your great grandfather also a preacher? Just a grandfather and your father?
Both of my grandfathers, my mom's dad and my dad's dad.
Oh, gotcha. On both sides.
Both sides, yeah. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, both sides. They were
I hear
heavily
you,
involved
Jesse.
in the ministry.
Jessica.
That's how my mom and dad met. They had things called revivals,
I was going to go there, but I didn't want to bring in his other daughter today because we're going to do a live stream about that. Like, this is the month of November, and we're hitting all topics on this. Okay, he's a public figure, he says. So we have the rights to go over public videos. Patrick is someone that thrust into the public spotlight without knowing, in my opinion, what the hell's about to happen. All right, well, he got a rude awakening. Okay, no one gets a pass. If you have a public videos, I don't either. People review my shit all the time. I'm from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram. People make parodies about me, make video. That's part of the gig. You have an opportunity to watch it or don't watch it. If it's funny, I'm playing it over here if it's about me. If it's not funny, it's not worth my time. I will laugh at my own self. I will admit my mistakes. I admit a lot of things. I suck at YouTubing. Okay. As you guys see, I forgot to pull the shit up on the screen, for the love of God. All right. But that's what you get. If you put out public videos, be prepared for people to have an opinion. Hello.
I think they met. My grandfather was preaching at my other grandfather's church.
Yeah, no worries.
Interesting. So yeah. I imagine there was some probably push and pull, some desire or want to get you kind of involved. I mean, how involved were you in your father's church and religious community?
Not much until I became a teenager. I was a very rebellious kid. That was one thing that I did. They talk about, the preacher's kids. I think there's a chip on your shoulder you get as a pastor's son. And not only that, all the trouble, I got into more trouble at church than anywhere else, man. I think there's something about being the preacher's kid. Let's get him in trouble so they don't look at our kids. And love to get me into stuff.
Yeah.
So like in Footloose, the girl from Footloose.
Thank you, Brandon.
I mean, did you identify with her?
Dude, it's been so long since I've watched Footloose. I could sing the song for you, but I can't remember what went on.
Well, she was. Yeah, I didn't sing it, but yeah, no, she was very resentful. Her father was she was the daughter of a preacher, and she got into all kinds of trouble with boys. And
So that's why I say, why do you keep saying that you're son of a preacher man? Right here, you're saying that you are bad. That's what happens when you're a son of a preacher man. That's the reputation that you get when you're a son of a preacher man. So why do you think that it's doing you any damn bit of favor saying you're a son of a preacher man when it's saying, well, he's bad. He's up to no good. See, make that shit now a year later. Well, I'm a son of a preacher man. I'm a Southern boy, Southern class, Southern pride, Southern preacher man, son.
smoking and drinking, and then met the bad boy Kevin Bacon, his character, and then Dance Moves evolved from there. But I would say, if you probably watch that movie, you probably could identify with her quite a bit.
Yeah, I did. Dude, girls like bad boys, so I had problems with girls, but it wasn't in getting girls.
Right. Did you ever feel pressure or have expectations from your family or community because of your father's role as a preacher?
I still do. But I got to say this, man, is I will say when I was 16, I quit school because I was just getting into so much trouble.
Wow.
And I went and got my GED right away, even though I had quit school. I went and got my GED. I was actually in college ministry school at 16 years old, studying to become a pastor. And I wanted my dad to be proud of me. There was never that expectation there. He never put the pressure on me. I definitely got it from other people. And of course, grandfathers and dad are preachers, so they're going to expect the sons are going to follow in the footsteps. The last thing I wanted to do was be in ministry, but I did that at that point in time because I felt like I'd messed everything up until that point. I wanted something for them to be proud of.
Yeah.
But that didn't last long. I think I was only there for like 6 months, and I was like, this ain't for me. But when I would get back, I stopped going to church not long after that. And it was constantly the people that go to the church or people that knew my dad inviting me to church and trying to pressure that on me. I'll never forget one day I had gotten to the point where I didn't even want anybody to pray for me, because they would push it on you. There's only so much you can be pushed.
Right.
But there was these people that came over there and was just trying to do it without me, wanting to be involved in it. I remember my dad saying, leave him alone. He never pushed it on me, man. And he didn't like other people pushing it on me.
Well, that kind of sucks. You are in ministry now. The unmarried father says, well, you're in ministry now. That aged well. This ages well. Eric was a sad child. Oh man, it kind of sounds like Eric. It sounds like Eric was a wild child. Maybe he thinks preacher's kid excuses him. Maybe that's because he was a preacher's child. He gets an excuse for being buck wild. I don't know, but it's wild to me.
Even though he was there, I guess he could kind of see, what that does. And so I always respected my dad for that.
Yeah.
I really did.
So, if you didn't.
So did Eric ever come out and say he was a sad child? Someone said he was a sad child. Pentecostals are bad for that. To the point it gets uncomfortable. Wild, sad little man.
Follow in your footsteps of your father, and your dad didn't push it on you. Were there? I'm just kind of curious as to why. Was there like any aspects of your personal beliefs or your values that differed from your father's teaching or your family's religious tradition?
I have a curious mind, so I can remember like when I was in the college, I had Old Testament.
Are we still talking about women here?
Well, yeah. I definitely had that too. But when I was in the college, they had Old Testament classes, and I was a part of that. I learned so much by reading the Old Testament that I had never heard before. Okay, I was like, when did this happen? There's a lot of that gets left out when people talk about religion. But even in the class, I was always asking questions. This doesn't make sense to me. Tell me this. And I could remember people would get mad at you for asking questions. Oh, you're blaspheming. You can't do that. You can't question God. I was like, I'm not questioning God. I want to understand God. Right. But it was just so closed, man. And that really ate at me. It really did, because I wanted to know. And then, I started getting very respectful of other people's stuff too. Look, man, I'm not saying, I go along with it or whatever, but you got all these different religions. Right. They believe in their God the same way you do.
Right.
And so I wanted to give them respect. I remember I've never been mean to Jehovah's Witnesses when they come and knock on the door. Because even though it gets on your nerves, man, that took a lot of dedication for them to come there and do that. They have to really believe in that, right?
And
you. It's not for me. but I respect you.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually having kind of an issue trying to think of, Eric Young. And I think we might.
So here's where I'm going to say, if you have your children's in your presence on TV or however you view videos, please let's remove the children, because what is about to take place here, in my opinion, isn't probably good for someone that's standing up for the rights of children, family, women, men. Okay, this shows some real true colors here. This is exactly what these men on this panel think of women. This is only a year old. This is only 12 months old as of now. Let's see when the exact date was, and then someone down there in the chat probably gonna do the math on it, honey. Okay, we'll keep our place. October 10th, 2024, exactly 1 year ago from the day he stepped into the Whittaker's life. When? Do the math on that, somebody. Here we go.
Might have maybe an image that might show his age. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow.
So here's Eric Carroll back in the day. Got him some long hair. I mean, he's fantastic.
Okay, look at that.
Dang, that's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Was that like colorized, or is that black and white that you?
Yeah, that's pothead Eric right there.
Oh, okay. We'll be getting into that later, but okay.
So see, chat's fast. Okay, I only do geometry. Okay, 8 months. Now we're doing Whittaker content out here, doing God's work. Changed man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I was at a school. My best friend's mom, she was Native American, and she had a full regalia made up, and she would go to the schools and teach the kids about Native Americans.
Oh, okay.
And I would go with her. And that was we was at a middle school talking to some kids about the Native Americans that day. Yeah, man.
Cool.
So I've heard a few times, some of my friends growing up, not many, but a few times from time to time, I either knew or heard of, children of preachers, children of people involved in the religious, beliefs of the churches and whatever. And I heard how, some of those stories, they either had a hard bringing up or it wasn't as bad. But what advice would you give to other individuals who may be navigating the complexities of growing up in a religious family? What would you say to those people?
Not to worry about what everybody thinks of you, and maybe sit down and talk to your family, ask them why they do it and everything. So I think one of the things that prepared me for Dad Talk, and I'm still not all the way there, and I never will be, but one of the things that I kind of knew going into it is the thing that got me the most as a kid. It was always the people that my dad did the most for that would come back and stab him in the back, or talk about him because he didn't do enough.
Right.
And man, that pissed me off so bad.
Well, the problem that we have here, this is aged pretty well too. So the problem that we have, sir, is you did put a camera in the Whittaker's face and they gained monetary gain off of that, but they haven't been paid. So how would you expect people to come out here and review your content? Okay, you haven't had an accountant or an attorney come and say, you have said that you have the money, but so has Patrick. So if we're not supposed to believe Patrick, then why would we believe you? See, that's where I have a problem with this team Patrick and Eric bullshit. All right. If we're just supposed to believe Patrick, then we're just supposed to believe Eric. If we're not just supposed to believe Patrick, then we're not just supposed to believe Eric. You understand?
Like I see you talking about, look, man, I lost time with my dad because he was over there helping you and your family. And now I got to sit there and listen to this.
Good point.
And, I would beg my dad. I'd beg my dad.
I mean, that $250 Walmart card and some chewing tobacco and some potato chips. I mean, that's a hell of a payday. I'm telling you.
And he would not. He said, that's not what I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it wasn't until later that I understood that. But I don't want this to sound like a bash session on the church,
right?
But I've definitely got my feelings on that, dude. Is the gossip that goes on inside the churches and the people talking about each other and stuff. There's a lot of double lives.
My mother is actually Native. We don't know. She was adopted and she hasn't done a DNA test. They're very expensive. And we put the money for my mom other places because she's fought cancer for about 7 years. And it gets a little costly, gas, chemotherapy, special food. to get your protein levels up, you know, and all that stuff. Okay. So she is native, but we don't know what. If it says native on her adoption, but we don't know what type of native. And that's unfortunate, you know.
That go to church. They act one way when they're there, and then I know who you are afterwards, right?
One of the things in the church, yeah.
Yeah, dude, the gossip is just horrible.
I've heard a few times that, you know, some of the biggest sinners are those that attend church every Sunday. I've heard that a few times. And as a matter of fact, I went to church this morning a few hours ago, and they were talking about how the pastor from time to time has to remind the congregation before they leave to be nice to each other in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever they leave the church,
I thought what they're about to talk about was sooner than this. Just hold tight. This isn't a very long video. Okay, so hold tight. We're coming. We're getting there.
Church and they get into this parking lot.
But as you see, I haven't edited. I'm playing it right from the page. All of that. This is not my content. Okay.
Because this was a big mega church here. I mean, they've got police officers directing traffic. I mean, they must hire 8 police officers. That's how large it is. Looks like a small college, to be honest. But people are so ugly to each other, trying to get out of the parking lot of church that the pastor has to remind them to play nice. So there's certainly a whole lot of double lives and double standards and hypocrisy there, isn't there?
Well, yeah, dude. And there's so many expectations on these pastors' kids, you know, and then they're sitting back watching all this happen, see somebody talk about their parents. Dude, nobody gets judged harder than the preacher. And he's human too.
Yeah.
You know, I lived with him, but people unfairly judge him because he's supposed to be the pastor. And he's not doing anything that you're not doing, you know, or making some of the same mistakes.
And no one gets judged harder than the content creator. Isn't that right, Eric? And that's on both sides of the fence here.
You got to learn to kind of separate yourself and not take that too seriously, because I think that's probably where a lot of resentment comes from with, you know, preachers' kids.
Yeah, I bet.
I wanted to ask, like, what are some stereotypes that, like, people put on you as a preacher's kid? It sounded like it was a chick magnet.
Honey,
so there was maybe one good stereotype, but, like, what stereotype?
It kind of was, dude. In a way.
Tiny is getting frustrated with the commercials. I'm sorry, love. I'm so sorry that the commercials are biting in the ass. The commercials must have picked you today to be attached to. I'm sorry. Skip that sucker, honey. Push skip and it comes right back.
Weird way. Girls like the bad boys back then.
Yeah.
So,
but you were a preacher's kid, so
yeah, well,
I'm on fire for the Lord. Ooh, Johnny.
No, I mean, it wasn't me, dude. I was after the Christian college. Like you said, it only lasted so long.
Right.
I think people expect the preacher's kids to be somewhat rebellious and hellions.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not always the case. I know other preacher's kids that didn't go through that, but a lot of them do.
Right?
A lot of them do. And then, you know,
to be honest with you, I think sometimes it picks certain people to run commercials on, because some people are like, I haven't seen one all day. Then some people are like, I have 65. I'm like, so I think Tiny must be taggier it. And sometimes Nightbot attaches itself to people. I'm sorry. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't work for YouTube. I work with YouTube. Okay.
I guess they kind of judge you like they would in the preacher, because you're the preacher's kids. So you're a reflection of them. And then when you get in trouble, people think that's a reflection on your dad.
Yeah.
And that sucks, dude, because I did so much to embarrass my dad. I wish I could have took it all back, man, but he did everything he could do, man. It had nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Well, when you guys were talking, it reminded me of Caleb Leverett. You know, he was a believer, and I would hope he will come back one day, not judge Christians by the number of them. But, you know, and I think a lot of people that tune into this show can empathize with this, as they would go to church and Caleb would go to church on Sunday and see the same people in church singing to Jesus. And then on Monday, they would take his kids away from him or do something, you know, bad using the courts or, you know, or just in life, you know, fighting to get out of the church parking lot, or, you know, doing non-Christian type things. And yeah, it's just just kind of a bad gig there.
So let's fast forward. So let's fast forward a little bit. I'm actually interested in hearing about this rebellion. So you reach your teenage years, right? And you're out there, you're being the bad boy, you're chasing tail, you're doing your stuff.
Just says she keeps getting false teeth commercials. She doesn't need them. Damn it. That is for future. Okay, when you get like 70 or 80. I'm not wishing it on anybody. I'm saying it, you know, she needs to put the commercial in her, you know, watch later list.
Wow.
And
okay, we're going there.
We should go right for it. And you know, you drop out of high school, you try to do the religious church school thing, you don't follow through with that. I mean, tell me about the rebellious teenager stage? I mean, describe some conflicts or misunderstandings that arose between you and your family during those times that you were going through that rebellion stage.
How long's the podcast?
The number one my dad would bring up is getting brought back by the cops at 4 o'clock in the morning, where I had snuck out of my window to go meet a girl down the road and got caught.
Yeah, that would be a conflict and misunderstanding, wouldn't it?
That was one. Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, but the comments are freaking hilarious right now. I never know what you guys see. That's great. Bedbug says she keeps getting weight loss commercials. The dentures are funny. I'm freaking 44. It's freaking me the F out. I'm sorry. You guys are fucking funny.
First time went a little long that night.
Well, yeah, even before, teenage years, dude, I think I started messing around with cigarettes around 7, 8 years old.
Really?
And yeah. And I did a pretty
All
good
right,
job.
here comes the dirty laundry, folks. I knew it was a coming, but I just didn't know when. I thought it was a little sooner than that, but apparently not. But I listen to things on like, I pray for a premium YouTube. So we don't have, let me tell you what I do for you guys. I pay for a premium YouTube so we don't have to watch commercials when we're watching other people's videos. So I pay for that, and I don't see commercials, so I don't know what you guys get. So it's funny. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Hiding it. But, dude, I got most of my cigarettes from the people.
So I don't know where certain things are sometimes because I watch it on 3 times the speed, and that's sometimes you can watch it on 3 times the speed. And because I have to get through stuff really fast, so I don't always know where the timestamps are.
Church with.
Wow.
So, it's just one of the things. But that was about as far as it went. It was girls and cigarettes until I got out of high school. Then I started experimenting with drinking. And
remember, he dropped out when he was 16. So he got his GED. So he's not going to school. Keep that in mind, folks. Okay.
The other stuff. But girls was probably one of my biggest Achilles heel.
Breast pump.
I loved I loved them. It's all I thought about. And I think a lot of us guys can probably relate to that. But
Like a mini Ted Nugent.
Yeah, it started early, man. That's 11, 12 years old. I started noticing the girls' anatomy and everything. I became a very big admirer of it.
Okay, now listen here. And you guys give me your opinion in the chat. And this is in 2024, 8 months before he decided to do God's work with the Whittakers. Okay, here we go.
And it was what I thought about all day long.
And that was before the internet. That was before, now you can turn on the internet and you can see a pair of boobs at snap of a finger. I remember being that age because we're not too different from each other in age. And I remember, like looking under the mattress to try to find one of my parents' Playboy magazines, and looking at the magazine and tearing it out and then folding it up and running to all the neighborhood kids. And I'm like, Jimmy's got a pair of boobs. He's got a torn out of boobs.
Dude.
And we would go into the woods and where no one can see us, and we're like, whoa.
A good story. All right.
I got a story too.
You just brought up a good story because this sounds so crazy, but my brother can confirm it.
So I think right here is where we're going to begin the masculinity part of the stream, because it says we're going to be talking about fathers standing up, being good daddies, masculinity, providing for your family. So this right here is where we're going to begin the masculinity part of the stream, folks. Okay. Look at Dwayne gets excited. Boobies. Do we need to watch what you do with boobies? We have a fucking video that says that you like to motorboat. How many women like to have their boobs motorboated? I ain't seen one woman yet that likes to have their boobies motorboated. Just an FYI, 3 men there sitting down. Look at him. Look at Dwayne, just excited. Look at his smile. He's like, we're talking about my favorite. We don't even care what kind of boobies they are, as long as they're boobies.
All right. With my dad having a country church out in the middle of nowhere, they didn't come and pick up your trash every week. We had to drive down the road, and there was like a dumpster site that you would throw the trash in.
Oh, wow.
My brother's 10 years older than me too, by the way. So one night we go, and I heard my brother go, "Oh my God." I go over there. This is no exaggeration, guys. There was a
This is not an exaggeration, he says. This is the truth, nothing but the truth, says the preacher's son.
dumpster slap full of nothing but Playboys, and they look brand spanking new.
Gold mine, baby.
Dude, I'm 12
Spanking?
years old.
Did you say spanking new?
12 years old now, and my brother.
This is the masculinity part of the stream, everybody. Did you just say spanking? Look at Dwayne. He's excited. Look at his face. He's laid back with his mouth wide open.
Brother's got 10 years on me, so he was not going to let me get this. And I was about to go crazy. Like, I've never had an opportunity like this. But there was a man standing next to him that saw it, and he started talking to my brother. And I was like, dude, what am I going to do? He is not going to let me take these. But there was that centermate or that Playmate centerfold. And I ripped it out, folded it up, put it in my back pocket, and I was like, yes, dude.
Yeah, baby.
Well,
No more Sears catalog.
I should have cherished that thing, and I should have hit it, because what happened is the next day.
This is cringe as F. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys know. The rest of this is cringy as F. Acting like high school kids here. This is a public video out here with the preacher's son. Okay, he want to say the preacher's son. He want to act like that gives you good morals, ethics, and values. They are talking about women's titties on a public platform, talking about men's rights. Okay, they're talking about the masculinity of men and men providing. Man, if you don't get the entire hell up out of here.
I thought I was going to take it to school and show off. So next day we have a pep rally. The whole school is in the gym. And I got my buddy sitting beside me. And I was like, hey, check this out. And I go to unfold it. Right as the time I get ready to unfold it, I hear my coach go, Eric Carroll. And I started fumbling and trying. He's like, no, bring it here.
No.
Doing everything I could.
Oh, that's Miss June.
Dude, I get down there in front of the whole school. He unravels that and does this. He's like, go to the office. I was like, oh my God. So we get to the office and the principal is just going off on me. She was like, where did you get this? I got it in a dumpster. If you're going to keep lying, you're going to get more trouble. I was like, I promise. I got it in a dumpster. Finally, they called my mom and was telling her the crazy story. My brother heard it. He's like, he's telling the truth. But yeah, I got caught with the centerfold in front of the whole school. Sucks.
Oh, Eric Clark says those things would be worth a fortune now.
It was worth a fortune to me back then, brother.
Wow. I mean, think about that, guys. This is a public figure going into courts, helping you fight for your children, and he thinks this is what a good interview is. Is this what you call locker talk? Is this what locker room talk? Is this what it is? Okay. Talking about female parts and how excited you are about them.
Oh, yeah.
The next time I got one, I kept it in the cooler out in the woods so it wouldn't get rained on.
Man, you remember the company called Finger Hut?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And they would send you the books, like a little book, and then you
listen to this. This blows me away. I'm like, what? So imagine back in the day, you used to, if younger girls wanted to become models, they would be able to be in like Finger Hut magazine, JCPenney, Sears magazines. Listen to this.
An account, and you order whatever you want. And man, me and my little brother would take my mom's Finger Hut books, and we'd go to the girl bra section because they're modeling the bras, and that was our pornography back then.
It was JCPenney for me, brother.
JCPenney.
Yeah.
Sears catalog and JCPenney.
How far we've fallen since then.
I mean, even now, dude, if you want to sit down and you're going to the bathroom, you got to do it number 2. You know, we used to have to read the back of cans and see what all the ingredients was. Now they got these doggone cell phones. I'm jealous.
I know, man.
I know.
These
Easy
kids
access.
don't know how well they've got it.
So
wow. There's so much I can say with that, but you know what? I'm going to be nice, and I'm just going to leave it be.
You go from a well-known preacher's son to this rebellious teenager, right? I'm curious to know, like, how did the friendships that you were talking about, the social interactions from the church, how do they influence your decisions?
Poorly.
I mean, it sounds like they weren't exactly pushing you into the church. They were kind of pushing you away from it. I mean, when the people in the church are the ones actually buying you cigarettes, when they're looking at you and they're kind of pulling you away because the preacher's son is the rebellion bad boy, I mean, it doesn't sound like there was a whole lot of positive energy going your way. I mean, but you tell me, I mean, how did everyone knowing who you were take you from where you were to where you were the time you were going through?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, dude, because there was things I wouldn't have got a hold of. I mean, I had one that would buy my cigarettes, alcohol, and all that. Started at a, young teenage age, but when in church, like the perfect person, right? So my parents trusted him, and that was just me. I knew who to go off with to get what I wanted. And I started making poor choices because I had access to things that I wouldn't. I mean, and dude, I think another thing that, I've definitely got to explain too, where I'm from, there was no kids my age. It was nothing but woods. So boring. We didn't have the cell phones. Like a lot of the boredom got me into trouble too, because I wanted to just be anywhere else. We had 4 TV stations. And if you didn't get in your cartoons when they played, you weren't going to get them. So,
yeah.
And I've watched the same.
So yeah, I wanted to play the before and the after because I didn't want anyone thinking that I edited this, I created this myself. But this was 8 months ago on a very, very, very small podcast. Okay, 63 subscribers. I think it was an uploaded video. I don't know. But whoever the team of people that is around Eric, if he has a team of people, it might be just him and Dwayne. But see, Dwayne likes titties. For me, if I was going to be interviewed about whatever made me start a podcast or where I've been in my life and all this, that, and the third, I would not get on here and say that I dug in a dumpster to get pornographic material out and talk about boobies. Whenever you're I read you what it was supposed to be about, right? Is anything serious? Like, here's what it says it's going to be about. I read it to you, right? I'm going to talk about fatherhood, family law reform, and the battles men face in family court. Eric shares his journey in creating one of the largest platforms for dads. He's fighting for the rights of fathers across the nation and why men need to step up and speak out for their families. Tune in for real talk, masculinity, fatherhood, and responsibility of being a protector and provider in today's world. Okay, we're over halfway through this stream. Okay, and we haven't heard anything about, and we have this much more to go. Okay, do you guys want to continue on listening it? Over half of this hasn't said anything about any of what it was saying. It's very inappropriate, in my opinion. So whenever you look up to who is this guy and what is he doing and what was his purpose, and you see some shit like this, it makes you wonder. But everyone wants to go after Patrick Warwick and his past behaviors, right? Okay, we can all have our own opinions about Patrick Warwick. That's fine. But we also have the right to have our own opinions about Eric Carroll. And thus far in the game, what is in black and white on a paper that you wrote yourself about who you are is different than what you've put on social media on a public video, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay, that's all I got to say. Now, I only have 75 thumbs up, Hillbilly. I feel like I've been ripped off. I can't believe it. I can't even get 100 likes around here. This is terrible. Shit. Hillbilly, give him hell. Give him hell. My Facebook channel name, please. It's I think it's just Lady K. Lady K Talks, maybe. Hell, I don't know. I think one of my mods have it if they can get it. But what I'm saying here is, we look into who we're listening to. We look into stuff, who's doing what. And there's another one that he had a couple years ago underneath the Will Spencer podcast. It's a couple hours long. I'd save it in our list. We might watch it another day. But I found this very interesting. And this was a year ago. Okay. It was a year ago. I'm one of those 75. Jessica said, shut up. Quit yelling at me. I done did it. 3 months. Does anyone remember 3 months? That's all it was. Right. Yeah. So in my own opinion, I mean, we're going to side eye. We're going to look at things. And that's what happens whenever you decide you're going to be someone out here collecting monetary gain to help another family. They want to know, what do you have that will make us look at you differently? Or what do you have that where you have helped other families before? That's why whenever a lot of content creators, when we do something in our real life to help people, we don't say it, because then it puts us on the firing range to be I don't do fundraisers. I don't do money giveaway. I don't do fundraisers over here. If whenever I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a fundraiser that is held from YouTube. YouTube then handles all of the money. I never see it, and it gives to the charity that we choose to. And it's 100% done by YouTube. I have zero access to anything given during that stream. That's how I do fundraising, if I ever do. You understand? Because I know that I could make a mistake, and then it's going to make me look like I'm being nefarious. And that's it. Interesting. He says, I knew where to go get what I want. Yep. We have a right to know, especially when we donate to the absolutely. And that's the thing. People have the right to know where the money is, because the people are the ones that donated the money. The people are the ones that shared the video, watched the video, liked the video, okay, because they wanted something good to happen for the Whittaker family. All right, it's not about Eric Carroll and Patrick Rourke. It was 100% about the people they had on the camera. You know, and you got to watch YouTube as well. That's why I don't want to say anything about me sending the West Virginia State Police. I don't want people to get mad at me. Hillbilly, let me just tell you, no one should get mad at you. You're doing what the police said. Because if at the end of the day, let's just think about it this way too. There could be nothing nefarious going on. And you could prove that there was nothing nefarious. They know exactly where your donation went and exactly where it's sitting at right now currently. You know what I mean? And that's okay. At the end of this investigation, a lot of us, including myself, may need to come up here and say, you know what? We were side-eyeing Eric, and we were side-eyeing Patrick, and we said, you know, there could be some nefarious things going on. We don't have any proof one way or the other. So we need to say, hey, thank God there was nothing nefarious going on. Good for you, Patrick, and good for you, Eric, for being men of your word. And I will have no problem standing up here when that day comes. And I will. I'll be like, you know what? Good for you. I'm glad that you did exactly what you said you were going to do. And every single penny is accounted for, and it's sitting in an account. Thank goodness you've done the right thing. And that's it. You don't need a big song and dance. You don't need the red carpet rolled out for you, because you began this journey stating this is what you were going to do, and you fulfilled your own commitment to this family. Okay, and so what? Good for you. That's why I can't ever say 100%. They're thieves. That's a thief. That's a thief. I don't know. Because at the end of the day, the investigation is going to tell us what we need to know, hopefully. Right? All of this is speculation. All of this is playing people's videos. That's it. Let them get mad. They can get happy too. Yeah, I wouldn't be embarrassed to say if you donated or not. You know, I wouldn't. Hopefully that we can stand up here and say nothing nefarious took place. Right. And there could have been, you know, who knows if they would have been like, hey, you know, you probably should have let them know. You're not the only one in my chat that has come in here and said that they donated. Believe me, sweetheart. And let me tell you, in this chat, if anyone gives you a hard time about donating and turning in that donation into the West Virginia State Police, they'll be booted as quick as they got here. We do not bully in this chat each other. We just don't do it. Why? We're grown people. If you have children and you've told your child that you let me know if someone bullies you, we'll handle it. Or if you have a child that has a tendency to bully, you say, knock the shit off. Quit bullying people, you little shit face. Okay? We teach our children not to bully and let us know when we're being bullied. I don't believe in bully. I don't do it. Okay? I talk about people whenever I feel like, okay, I'm crossing a line here. I stop. I do talk about people on the internet. All right. Do I go into their channels on their pages or into their private Facebook accounts or YouTube? And hell no, I don't make it. No, I do it over here. Okay. And talk about it. I don't want anyone to feel like they're ever bullied. And I don't encourage bullying. I don't. I just don't. We don't do it over here. You will be booted out. We can have a discussion and we can have different opinions because that makes us unique individuals. And that's the way it is. But we're not going to bully anyone. I'm not down for bullying. And that's why people keep telling me about Facebook. They're like, well, you know, there's a lot of bullies over there. Oh, I don't have to associate with someone that's going to bully me. And let me tell you, you can ice somebody out. If someone decides to bully me, then I don't have to pay attention to that. Okay. I don't. I just don't. I don't have to pay attention to it. And that's okay too. I look at anyone that wants to talk about me and show my stuff on their channel or their post or whatever as someone that's trying to help me out because they're sharing my stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, they are talking about me. I have no idea who they're talking. I'm not talking about anybody individual. I'm not talking about anybody being a bully. I'm not talking about anybody particular. I'm just saying if Hillbilly would get in this chat, if someone would harass her for saying that she turned in her donation to the West Virginia State Police and someone harasses her on over here in this chat, they're going to be booted, period. We don't do bullies. We do discussion and debate, but we don't do bullying behavior. So no, I wasn't talking about anybody. You know, period. I respect everyone in here. Yeah, we try to. How you doing, Gotham? We try to respect everybody in here, and we don't be like, you know what? I'm pissed off at you right now. I'm pissed off at what you said. That makes me angry, but that doesn't mean I'm pissed off at you as a person. What you said pissed me off. I've done that so many times. I'm like, what you said pissed me off, but I'm not mad at you as a human. Well, let's talk about it, or let me hear where you're coming at. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. You know. That's my own personal business if she has and or has it anyway. That's her own personal business if she has and or has not anyway. There you go. I've been good. Betsy, I think you have a hell of a reputation and I don't know what it is and no one needs to tell me, right? Here's the way I look at life. Until someone does me shitty, I'm going to respect them. If there's a mutual respect, I'm going to give it right back until something crosses the line and then be like, hey, I'm looking at you, not you particularly, but that person a little differently. I give everyone a fair shake. I don't need to know what, and I know that Betsy gets a lot of flack on other pages, I guess. I don't know. I don't do Facebook. So over there, I think we may have, you know, a little bit of people that like each other, don't like each other, and that's okay. Just keep it civil. I ain't afraid to open my mouth when it's needed. Right. And a lot of people aren't. I'm nice until that's the thing, right? I'm nice until I'm not. I'm nice until I'm not. And that's it, you know? And I try to respect everybody until, you know, they've done something and then either I choose how I'm going to handle it. But I usually take a couple days because a knee-jerk reaction can cause long-term effects. And I've learned that just because I'm freaking 50. All right. Knee-jerk reactions can cost you, you know, friendships and things like that. And when it doesn't need to be. And a lot of times I'll reach behind the scenes. If it's with another content creator, I don't make it public. I go behind the scenes and try to work it out there. And then if we decide that we're going to use each other for content and drag each other coast to coast, then the hell, let's do it. Let's rock and roll with this shit then. All right. But I try to handle it behind the scenes first. That doesn't always work. All right. It doesn't always work, but I try. I do try. And that's all somebody can do, right? Where in the heck? And like I always say, this is our chat. This is the people's chat. The people that's in, that are subscribed to me, that's their chat. And they like it the way it, and that's just the way it is. They like it that they can come in here and say their piece and not, yes, don't judge me solely on the last few days. What did you don't got to tell me. She goes, don't judge me on the last few days. I don't go and venture on YouTube or on Facebook. I don't go around. I do watch a few people. I go and look at Deep Dive and see what she's putting out. I go and see what kind of stuff a lot of people are putting out. All right. But that doesn't mean that I agree 100% with what everybody says. Yes, I didn't know to tell behind the scene that why I told you, Lady K. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Just don't mess with my kids, grandsons, family, or friends, and we'll be good. Absolutely. Let's take a deep breath, relaxing breath chat. Sophia is Sophia Petrillo, and let's just switch it up. Take a deep breath. Yes. I enjoy coming on here and talking with my friends on my computer. And we have a good days most days over here. Sometimes a little things happen, but what are we going to do? Life happens to us, right? Just because I want to say that I thank you again. And Kimmy became a new member. And me and Sophie, we're in a 15-month-year marriage, me and Sophia. Very nice person. She's been with me for a very long time. Betsy Wetsy, you always make me laugh. I like people till I don't. I think we need to start. Oh, yes, you're right, Becca. We got to, everybody, here's how we can just get in a different mood. Let me introduce you. You know who? You know who? Come on. We got to do some exercises. Get up, get that blood flowing. Come on.
Oh, we're here to let you know. Well, if you want a boogie, get down on the dance floor. Let's go! Ha, ha. Ow! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Thank you for thrusting with us. That's Judy. She's a 1980s jazzercise person. If anyone wants to know, what do I get for being a member? I don't want fanny pics. She said, well, then don't join the membership. If you don't want fanny pics and shit, then you better not join a member over here. Now, sometimes I do members only live streams. We go places, we go check out alligators and stuff. I haven't really been doing much traveling. So on whatever, we're getting ready to travel, and I'll do members only lives then, because I think that if someone pays $2.99, that they should get a little bit more intimate, close up interaction with me in my personal life. $2.99 is a lot of money nowadays, to me anyway. So I do lives that are just between me and my subscribers. Hellraiser says, super sticker, $5 super sticker. Take that, every hater out there. Hillbilly, thank you so much. So we played Judy. So now we'll play something else. We have another lady that we like to always watch over here. And this replay crew, you will not hear this. This will be edited out. Okay, so you're going to hear and see. You may see something. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you for supporting our channel. We appreciate it. I do actually find you funny. I find myself funny too. Okay. Well, you can make your own, right? That's a great song. When you can make your own self laugh, then that's a good day. If you can't make your own self laugh, try again. All right. Oh, we don't have a lot of super stickers, so we don't always get to do all of our little gifts that I give people when they gift to me. And that's okay. I'm not asking for anything. That's fine. That's fine. Don't relax. But I like to at least give something. Blessings 420 FM, Gothic Night. It's always a pleasure to see you. Now, make sure your asses are over here tomorrow, though. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have music to make. We have one song on the list here. It's called the Hamburger Hash Dance song. Okay, so you guys write tonight your homework. You got homework. Every one of you in the chat's got some homework. Get some song that you want wrote down, or if you have a Christmas song you want wrote for some special grandkids or whatever kind of song you want wrote, write it down. Get it ready so I can type it in here, okay? And we can make our songs, and then because we only have a couple more days and our damn thing's gonna be gone, and we have like 9,000 credits, okay? 9,000 freaking credits. We got to get to write music, people. We got to make beautiful music together. All right. So be here tomorrow night, Sunday evening, to write some damn music. We should use the motor clip. Yes, I got to clip that. That's a good idea. Let me write that down because I always forget shit. Motorboat clip. We got to use motorboat clip. Absolutely. Motorboat clip. Because that shit's funny as F to me. That shit is funny. I don't know why. I like it. Your awesome channel is growing. Great life. Yeah, it is. I've grew. I just keep pushing. It out. It takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. You gotta show up, show out, play the stuff people want, have communication, and have a good time with it. That's all. When it stops being fun, stop doing it. You know. All right, guys. I've been on here for almost damn near 3 hours. You guys are lovely. I love it. You guys are freaking fabulous, darling. If no one told you today that you are special, well, let me tell you something. I think you're hella special. And I appreciate every single one of you that come in here and spend a little bit of time with me. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. And you guys are freaking fantastic. So go out and do something with yourself today. For the love of God, you've been on the computer for 3 hours. All right? Do something. Make sure you wash your hands after you pee. For the love of God, your mother taught you better.
Let's make some noise.
I'm gone.
There's prayer in our pockets and grit in our hands. We ain't asking permission to love these lands. Don't you write us off, don't sell us cheap. We keep watch while the city sleeps. We the people, under God we trust. Stand together, fighting if we must. Them suits in D.C. do what they must. Remember you work for us. We the people. You pass your laws in smoke-filled halls at night, but the ballots talk come the morning light. Don't mistake our patience for a quiet crowd. We carry the power, we speak it loud. We the people, under God we trust. Stand together, fighting if we must. Them suits in D.C. do what they must. Remember you work for us. We the people. Don't forget the farmer feeding every town. Don't forget the worker keeping lights on round. We buy, we vote, we stand in lines. Cross us and you'll see those warning signs. We the people, under to God we trust. Stand together, fighting if we must. Them suits in DC do what they must. Remember